Hey, yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
All right, good people. This is the AMA, late AMA. If you got questions, go ahead and shoot. If not, I will drop a link and you guys we can chop it up for about an hour and then we can jump off. Snowman is batting lead off, okay? Caitlin needs to come back, man, because I don't know, man. I don't know how this coach loses these games because they were pretty much beating up on Washington for most of the game, and all of a sudden they just went dead. So I stopped watching like maybe mid third quarter, and all of a sudden, man, something just happened. I don't know. Jesse, what's going on? Snowman, Prince, Shannon Green, Adric, Sig Diggy. I feel like I can reach for the fences tonight. Okay, all the way to the bay, man. Ricky, what's going on? Oh yeah, you know the hey yeah. I don't even know what's going on with the. I don't know what's going on with the CBA, man. Okay, I don't know where they think they're gonna get this money from. You know, they were gonna quadruple the salary, so that means they be making a couple $100,000 a year, which they're making 70 now. So um, they want NBA money without NBA receipts. Naaman, what's up? Mr. J. Matt, what's happening? Horowitz, J.K. San. Uh, Chat Fire Live today put it in with the classes had to send my homeboy this live. He states black one exclusively. Okay, well, if that's what you want to do, man, I'm not saying that you have to. What's up, Doughboy? I am Waffles. Did you get my link? Yeah, I got it. I saw that one already. I saw that one already. It's funny as hell though. But that was in the '60s when when that was filmed, and that shows you black women have not changed. Okay, she going back and forth with the black girl, and homeboy's in between. Okay, and they ain't saying a word. He did not say a word, man. This ain't new, and he's the boss. Okay, salute, Chad. I just want to see what's on you guys' minds while I'm overseas. What's up, Red Black? Where you at? Gabar, what's happening? Their 10th game that they let get away. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't get it, man. I don't get her because some of those lineups she puts out there don't make sense. Incognito checking in. Kelvin Davis, what's happening? Captain Obvious. Seems like an 8-hour night, Beaches. No, not quite. No, not gonna be an 8-hour night, man. Old man can't do that no more. Got to work on my day off tomorrow morning. Just stopping by. Okay, man, make that money. Like they say in Kenya, man, in Swahili, pesa ni pesa. Money's money. Go get it. Kupata pesa yako. Go get your money. Horowitz, what's going on? Captain Obvious, what's happening? C Merchant, what's going on? Adric, what went wrong with the U.S. Russia president's meeting today? Nothing went wrong. They gave a press conference after the meeting. Okay, after the initial meeting, they seemed fine. So I didn't see anything wrong. They still got to go back on day two and work out some things. Shannon Green, here's my question, BGS. You said you don't want a million. Oh, because I want to live long. If I get a million subs, I'm a target. I get 100,000, I'll be good. A million, no, that's too many. I won't live long. Okay, you're gonna wind BGS will wind up in the news committing suicide. Okay, apparently, you know, a two-shot suicide to the head. Okay, that's why. Do you think most of the things that can't come out of Black Women's Mouths online is just them talking crap for the internet? Most of it, yeah, a lot of that. Well, they do this shit in person. Unfortunately, man, they don't just do it online. They do this in person. Okay, outside the circles. Okay, black women are notorious liars, man. They are. That's like I learned early, man. You can't trust what a black woman says. You have to look at what they do. Their actions speak louder than their words. Okay. And black women have not changed. They just went to Technicolor. Yep. Now on Luzon in Angel City. Okay. What country is that? I don't know. I don't think I'm familiar with the country, unless it's an island country. I may have another gynocracy game tomorrow night. Wife and I are doing a date day. Okay. 100K would be good, man. 100K would be good. I don't think I'll make it. It's because YouTube's not going to let me get that high. But I would love to have 100K. Do you get excited about the football season? Not anymore. I used to. I don't even watch it. So, even though I do have the NFL, what is it? NFL Plus, so I can watch it. Um, Now, when I used to gamble on football, I used to watch it. All 14 games or all 50 games. Okay. So black women lie. I heard that. Yeah. What a concept, right? Oh, in the Philippines. Okay. All right. Oh, you're on the islands, man. You're on the islands with the black people. Will you ever give up the beads, man? Yeah, man. They'll have to bury me with the beads, man. You know how the old Catholics died with a little cross and the beads, man. They're gonna bury me with some East African beads in my hand, man. The old man went down swinging. I'm pretty sure you've answered the question already, but here's my question: will you produce a video on what is going on with Umar Johnson currently with regards to FDMV schools? I don't. You know what? I don't know very much about it. Okay. I wouldn't be shocked if there's something funny going on. Okay, because in the pro-black community, there's always even some of the best of us, best of people, have something kind of underhanded going on. Okay. I've never trusted the school thing with Umar. Okay, because there's too many successful black schools started like we got one out here. Name escapes me. He's been around for like 40 years. Okay, and started pretty much the same way. So it can be done. So it shouldn't take him. It should not take him um, 15 years to get a school started. Okay, the school should be up and running. School should be up and running. There should be no excuse for that school not running. So it is what it is. Top five actors. Ooh. Top five. I like Denzel. I like. Hmm. I'd have to think about that. Top five. Denzel. I would say. Trying to remember his name. I'd have to write them down because I can't think of them all at the top of my head. Gabar, what's going on? What are your thoughts on the Trump uh, Putin summit? Um, I would say that my thoughts are um, basically the war is already over. The Russians will win this conflict. Okay, the thing is, how much territory are they willing to give up? That's the only thing that's left. How much territory will they give up? So there's nothing left but the shouting because the war's basically over. So basically, this is basically Trump negotiating Zelensky's surrender for the most part. Rest of that shit's over. So, so all that's going on right now is that is that they just trying to figure out what's going to be the after effects. The thing is what Trump is saying to the Europeans is, um, if you want to keep fighting, you're going to have to pay for it because America will no longer pay for it. And that's, in other words, this is Trump's exit on the way out. Okay, he's leaving. So that's all that's all that's going on with this. 11 years, not 15. Okay, I guess you're talking to each other. Shannon Green, BS, will you ever recreate the legendary video on cheating? If so, will it be on YouTube or Patreon? I don't know. Okay, um, I might recreate it. I mean, people are a lot more accepting of it now than they were back then because it got taken down twice, and a lot of guys don't. Hell, I know guys that hate it, man, because they don't want to admit that their woman can and probably will cheat if you're with her long enough. Okay, if you're with her long enough, I don't care how much money you got, how good you look, blah blah blah. Women want variety just like men do. Okay, and women probably cheat. Women probably Richard Roundtree. No, he wouldn't be one. I like him, but he wouldn't. He would not be in my top five. No, I wouldn't say better than Denzel. Denzel is an amazing actor. Okay, he's a star. Yeah, it's about 15 years because when I first heard of Dr. Umar's school, it was like 2005 or something like that, somewhere around there. 2000, about 2005, he started about the school. So it's about no, but really 2007. So it's about a good 15 to 17 years. Okay, that he's been raising money to start his school. Right about that. I said, I don't know what movie it was, but I saw young Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman probably would be one of them. Uh, slap a white woman, give a white woman a slap in the face. I think he was playing I think he was playing a pimp when he slapped her. I think that was one. He actually played a pimp. I forget the name of the movie. Do you ever have any sources, books on differences of advantages being the patriarchy? The only um, I did a series about comparing matriarchies to patriarchies, and I used the Mothers by Briefold. Okay, because he's supposed to be the master expert on matriarchies versus patriarchies. Okay, so Briefold, because even the MGTOWs have what they call Briefold's law. It's always quoted. Okay, so I used the Mothers, and then I used um, a couple of other books about ancient patriarchies. One in Greece and one in Rome. But the Mothers by Briefold is probably the foremost uh, um, central book on matriarchies. Okay, and the differences between the patriarchy and matriarchy. And the biggest thing is who has control of the children. Women always push off that fact to to something else. But the thing is, the end of the patriarchy happened when, um, with the tender years doctrine, right? When um, fathers had to give up their ownership of the children to the state. Samuel probably would be one. Okay. I picked up a couple of books on shadow work. I noticed there were lots of shadow work journals. Has writing ever been a part of your shadow work? It used to be, not as much now. Okay. It used to be. I mean, it's it's good for tracking your dreams. Okay, when my animal wants me to really notice something, she'll make it very obvious. Because normally, what I do if I have a dream that's really intense, okay, um, the way it is within the next couple of days, something will show up in real life. My anima is really connected to the broader world. Uh, I think James Earl Jones is another one of my favorites. Denzel, James Earl Jones, and Morgan Freeman. Um, and I like what's his name that just died? A great actor. Even though he was young. The one that played the Dr. Robert Buford. Yeah, the one that played Black Panther. Great actor, very underrated. I say, who do you think is king of motherfuckers? Oh, by all means, Bernie Mac. Okay. Do you think the black community will ever come from under the gynocracy? No. It'll the black community is a gynocracy. So if that breaks up, then the whole community will break up into something else. Yeah, Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, those probably would be my top five. It's mean how do we reprogram ourselves so we can expedite our faith in prosperity. The easiest way, okay, the easiest way is to get out of this matrix. Get out of the unplug yourself from the matrix. Go someplace for at least 3 months. Okay, if you can afford it, spend 3 months in a foreign country that's more traditional. Okay, whether it's Africa, whether it's Asia, whether it's Latin America. Okay, spend 3 months. You can't do it for 2 weeks. 3 months. Okay, when you come back, okay, your eyes will open. Uh, Red Black Expat can tell you. Okay, okay, when you spend 2 weeks you're a tourist, right? A month you just get into the rhythm. 3 months you're starting to get the rhythm of the society, right? Okay. If you do that for 3 months, guess what's going to happen? Okay, your eyes will open. Can you speculate on that something else should the community break up? You're going to be absorbed. You can't speculate because when it's like how many pieces will a plate break into when you drop it on the floor? You can't tell. um, because there's a bunch of things going on at the same time. If it was stable, you'd just be absorbed, right? The thing is, you have the decline of the United States, you got decline of white supremacy, you got major economic uh, turmoil. Okay, you got people moving around. Okay, so it's really difficult until these things settle down. Okay, in fact, white people don't know. White people have no clue what's going to happen next. We have leaders that don't know. Okay. Do you have any tips for remembering dreams and how do you know if they mean anything? Okay. I would say, okay, one, try to talk to your anima. Okay. Okay, three things. Okay. Talk to your anima. Okay. Download a mandala uh, coloring app. Do that like 10 or 15 minutes before you go to sleep. Okay. And if you can either have a dream journal. Okay. But if it's intense and your animal wants you to know something, it will always be the last 5 minutes of your dream, okay? Whatever the last 5 to 10 minutes is, that's when she's really trying to let you know that there's what the dream was about, okay? Normally, the last 5 minutes will tell you what the whole dream was about. In fact, after being in Africa for 3 months, my world, what? Okay. Louis says Mandela apps work. Yes, they do. I got that idea from Jung himself from his Red Book. That's how he did it. I mean, Jung started writing when he was 20, and he died when he was, I do believe, 80. So he was writing for about a good, I say a good. He's writing for a good 50 years, so he has a lot of volumes. Okay. Do you have any tips on techniques for improving concentration or focus? Meditation is always one. Okay, meditate before you do anything. Basically, there's a couple things. It depends on what you want. Um, I would say 15-minute miracle. Basically, track your track your activities for every 15 minutes. That brings attention to what you're doing. Okay, between meditation and tracking where your focus is. Okay, there's I forget what they call the timers that they call them. Okay, where it's 25 minutes and you take a 5 minute break. Okay. Um, there's lots of different ways, but the thing is, meditation is key. Okay, and basically, uh, getting rid of what they call monkey mind. Okay, monkey mind is when you can't concentrate, you got too many thoughts. Right, controlling what you think and how many thoughts are going through your head, and you calming down. Meditation is number one. Next thing is being awareness to your activities. Okay, and three, break it up into parts. Track your activity. What's up, country boy? Does Jung or any others like him ever sleep? I have never read anything about Jung and sleep paralysis. I'm trying lion's mane for a brain boost. Okay, that'll help. Yeah, Pomodoro. Pomodoro is the method. Yeah, try that. And try some. Pomodoro works. Okay. Uh, Download 15-minute miracles and actually uh, track your activity every 15 minutes to bring your focus back. Make sure you stay on track. And meditation. Okay. Your thoughts on Trump's claiming tariffs revenue bringing in billions? Okay. Um, Basically, tariffs are a tax on you, so you're paying the billions. It's not somebody else paying the billions. Enjoying Alice Bailey's "The Labor of Hercules" because of all the esoteric meaning and symbols she applies to all of humanity throughout his life. Yeah, yeah. There's lots of books, man. I just name a few of them. Methylene blue. I've never heard of it. Since I'm not into that scene. Okay. And when you meditate, basically for Vipassana meditation, they talk about breathing. Okay, all meditators talk about breathing is central. Okay, taking a deep breath, holding it, because your first concentration. If you can't get air, okay, if you can't get air, or you're holding your breath, okay, your concentration will automatically go to your breath. Okay, your heart and your lungs are actually connected. Okay, if you hold your breath, you can't get no air, your heart's gonna slow down. What's your all-time NBA starting lineup? Ooh, that's a good question. I have to think about that one. The bell curve is symbolic, a representation of the 80-20 rule. Uh, it's probably more like 70-30. Okay, it's because you got 15% that are under, you got 15% that are over. Three Dusties got hired so far this month. It's been a good time. Yep, yep, yep. Oh yeah, they see the economics, man. In other words, they know what's coming for them. And that bear chasing you will make you do things. Okay. Unlimited Memory, good book. Just read it. Yeah, that and what is it? Mega Memory. Yeah, Mega Memory. Mega Memory is a classic, and that shit does work because I tried it. I used it to help teach my kids too. So we got some more Dusties that got their wings. Okay. What's it? I always play this for them, right? Okay. Where is it at?
Yourself the goal. Can I run it all? You see that? Driving, digging, determination. That defines all the stuff I've been through.
I play that for my dusty cloud engineers. You cannot run a dog, okay? Urban farmer in Chicago. Here I have a couple solid products for men's health, sexual health. Some of the medicinal herbs I grow myself. Can I email you information concerning an affiliate agreement? I don't really sell, but I will take your information, okay? Yeah, Mega Memory, Kevin Trudeau. Yep. I don't mind helping people. I really don't. I don't really sell unless I know you. But if it helps, and because most of the time I've been in the conscious community for like, God, almost 40 years. So there's not very few things I haven't heard of. There's Yohambe. There's the biggest thing as far as men's health, okay, especially testosterone, right, is zinc. Okay, most men are zinc deficient. Okay, and there's a few more things, but zinc is always number one. Potassium and zinc are one and two. Okay, I see something. I'm unsure if anyone else sees it, but with the nerve of the move of work and AI, do you think that the next black migration will be towards the Midwest or a pure exodus to other countries? Um, that's very difficult to say. It's probably going to be an exodus to different countries. Boron is good, but boron is trace. Okay. I saw a great scene that you can use house party. One, George Clinton is DJing a party for older black folks. He picks up a record, blows off the dust, and says, "Here's another dust for you, dusties." Okay, I'll look it up. Tip for diabetes. Oh man, that's tons. Okay. One with diabetes, you got to cleanse your liver. Okay. 9 times out of 10, it's your liver. The second thing, okay, I would say a lot of that stuff is a lot of that stuff is caused by heavy metals in your system. Okay, so if you do liver, change your diet. Number one, uh, do fast and do liver cleanses. Okay, because all that crap and how to get rid of sugar comes from your liver. Okay, and your pancreas. Cleanse that. Okay, and then that will help with diabetes. I mean, there's tons and tons and tons, all kind of protocols. I can't give you one. I can't give you the best one. Zinc with B6. Yep. Vitamin D. Yeah. There's a bunch of them. Just started Manly P. Hall's Secret Teaching of Ages. Is this esoteric knowledge version of Churchward's book? Churchward is actually older. Okay. He a Mason? Yes. Okay, he was. Man, there's tons. I could give you a bunch. Um, I'd have to think about the list. I mean, there's tons of them. Hey, Jung is basically esoteric. Okay, most of Jung's books are actually esoteric. But church words book, I always say start with that because church words actually describes the symbols, and the symbols are actually connect throughout the whole range of religions. Got an ad hoc compensation increase out of the blue this week. No rent increase when I renewed either. A couple of more specks of dust. I heard that, Mr. Donnie Mac. Heard that. Anyway, so we got 30 minutes in. I will drop a link in case you guys want to come up. Any more questions? Yeah, the nameless protagonist, that ninja over there. Hookers? What about hookers? Detro. Recent incident pertaining to hookers on Figueroa. Indictments. Oh, really? Okay. That's strange. Okay. Especially when prostitution is supposed to be decriminalized. So I don't know what's going on. What effect do you think passport bros will have on other countries? Just like anything else, travel always spreads ideas. So passport bros go into other places, and they make other places aware of uh, people in America aware of other places and people on the ground. That brings other people, not just passport bros, but other people um, to certain places like Thailand. Right, like Thailand didn't have a big black expat community, right? Because because nobody knew about it, right? Once the black men started going, Keisha's gonna follow you, okay? I don't care where you go, Keisha's gonna follow you, okay? And Keisha's gonna try to set up a black community in that country, okay? She's gonna find you and set up shop in that country. I don't care where you go, Keisha's gonna follow you. Keisha will follow you to Colombia, to the DR, to the Philippines, wherever. She's gonna follow you, okay? Okay. Now patty rollers will come for their slaves, okay? Trafficking minors. Oh, okay. I heard that. You know what? Let's see. It was on. I'd have to find it because I don't feel like looking for it because it was a long interview. Um, a couple of pimps were talking about that. Why they got out of the pimp game is because of the trafficking laws, right? So did they arrest the women or did they arrest the guys? Hey, just what are your thoughts on a Trump pump Putin meeting? Will they strike? We don't know. You have to wait and see. Okay. Basically, the war is pretty much over. Okay, because um, number one, you have a bunch of young kids and old men fighting what's left, um, and a lot. You have a lot of soldiers deserting from their post. Okay. When I was much younger, I was an intense lucid dreamer, but as I've gotten older and take up more weight in the adult world, I've lost a little bit. How do I get that back? I told you. Okay. Number one, talk to your anima. Number two, get a Mandela coloring program on your phone or on your tablet, okay? 15 minutes before you go to sleep, okay? Talk to your anima. Your dreams will start getting activated. She will start activating your dreams, okay? Oh, the Hoover and the BPS trafficking, Rico. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Pimping Ken was just talking about it, okay, on Soft White Underbelly. Keisha follows to Japan. She didn't last long, neither did Becky or Karen, much to the delight of Japanese women, because there's too much discipline in Japan. I think the same thing for Korea. It's a very, very. I think China's the same way. It's too patriarchal and it's too authoritarian. And black women cannot stand authoritarian structures. Okay, that's how come they don't. They'll follow, but they don't last long. It's a very father-led authoritarian society. Yeah, I'm talking about the soft white underbelly. Pimps were getting too rich and powerful selling women to white men. They had to regulate the money. And plus there were going to be more prostitutes dumped on the street. Okay, and in this transactional um, environment, yeah, it'd be almost like crack. Gorgeous Dre went to prison for a minor. Yeah. Do you think the Bible should be discarded by Black America, or does it serve? Basically, if it's taught right, there's no problem with the Bible. Okay, it's taught right. It should be one of many books instead of one central book. How do I get a wrench? If you've been around long enough and I get to know you, you get a wrench. Okay. Other than that, you have to start a YouTube channel. If you're a content creators get wrenches. Okay. I don't give out wrenches just to give out wrenches. I get wrenches out of two ways to give out wrenches. One, to actually police the chat. Okay. And secondly, to content creators so they can put links to their channels or whatever videos they actually want to put up into the chat. Saves me from doing it. That's the two ways you get a wrench. No, not just like weed. Um, the government actually makes more money off of illegal drugs than they do legal drugs. Okay, the banks make way more money off of that. Arrests, jail time, fines. They make more money off of illegal drugs than legal drugs. When they make something legal or decriminalize something, is because they're trying to stop something else. They decriminalize weed is because fentanyl is much more dangerous. Okay, so they want to steer you toward the softer drugs. Anyhow, okay, let me go ahead and drop a link. What percentage of the women from your past showed uh genuine care? Hmm, genuine care. You talking about just acquaintances? Or you talking about girlfriends or intense girlfriends? Because there's levels. Okay. Um, I would say maybe a good. I would say about a third. I would say about a third. I was asking about the Bible because I swear by it, and sometimes I don't understand why. Because you swear by it, or okay? Oh, people swear by it. It's called indoctrination. Same way you swear by speaking English, or swear by what you learned in school, or what you think about a president or a Democratic Party. You've been indoctrinated. And most people don't even understand the Bible. Most people have never read the Bible through and through, but they swear by it. Haven't read all the books. Have not even read all the books. You think that FBA ADOS is reaching more young people than Pan Africanists in 2025? Uh, I don't know. I don't think so because a lot of ADOS people actually want to go. Passport World is actually leading a lot of black people to actually be Pan African. Believe it or not. Johnny Vegas says, "Cheers, apologies. We haven't answered this, but your thoughts on whether there is a rise in nationalistic ideology or is it all smoke and mirrors?" Um, I think smoke and mirrors. Okay. I think people being patriots to their country. I think it's with the connectivity and social media and stuff like that. I think a lot more fluid than it used to be. You go back to maybe the 50s or 60s, yeah, it's probably much more intense. Now I don't think so. MS Delta, what's up? I said once I elevate to dust cloud engineer, I'm gonna travel this wide world and pick my favorites. I like uh, to bounce around to see my families. Okay. Uh, he said, "Hey, BGS is my homie." I heard that. Heard that, Mookie. All right. I'm not gonna lie. The white nationalists are out in full force when I see that that I say to myself, this is white supremacy uh, trying to go up. Okay, the Ukraine thing and the Gaza thing. That's them going out with a fight. Okay, this is their last gasp. What's up, Ray? All right, got 45 minutes in. I will allow you guys to come up and holler. Okay. Mr. Michi Michi, what's going on? Ray says, Peace Master Teacher, considering your video earlier of the dentist paying for broke Brad, what do you think would be the case if he was mixed? Um, mixed mixed men are considered black. Okay,
Yep. They're still Negro.
they're still Negro.
Even the fair skinned black women are still considered Negroes
They're
too.
still Negro, so they're considered black. So so basically, if he was mixed, um, he wouldn't get the same consideration because I was just looking at the guy's channel, another video just actually popped up, right? And it was a black couple, right? And guess what? She was complaining about her paying for things, but guess what? Dude was working at the airport, man, working like 70 hours a week, right? He was making $130,000 a year, even though he's
Oh,
spending way too much. But he wasn't at home making $30,000 a year with a whole bunch of debt like the white boy was.
yeah.
Is martial law civil war in the near future? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I hope not.
I mean, what are you gonna have martial? What are you gonna have? Unless the only way that'll happen is if automation runs amok, okay, and people
Hmm.
get laid off left and right. Then you're gonna have riots, and then you have way too many people rioting and burning up cities, and martial law won't do any good.
Yeah, you're gonna have to address the grievance.
Yes,
You're gonna have to make a deal.
yes.
Have you heard about the Roblox situation?
Hold on a second. Facts ain't no such thing as mixing. No, not. There's one drop rule. Go ahead. The roadblock situation. Which one? What?
Uh, the
Talk
one,
about the game, or you talking about? Uh,
well, the game actually.
hmm
They're in a big controversy right now because that game's is made for kids.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, all my kids play it. Yeah.
Well, the CEO came out and said he wants to make it partial dating app.
I mean, you do have adults that do young adults that do play the game.
True.
Now, how the thing is that when you go on Roblox, you have to have age verification. Just like porn, you got to have age verification. So I'm sure if it's going to be a partial dating app, then the age verification will actually take care of it because ain't nobody want to come in and have the law break you down because you got minors dating older folks. Okay, that's a quick way, easy way to actually get the feds to shut down your your
Well,
your uh,
here's
your company.
here's the big
Mm-hmm.
controversy.
Mm-hmm.
These dudes were catching the child predators were on there.
Yeah.
and Roblox came out and blocked it from the platform.
Yes. Okay.
And now everybody's in a big uproar about it.
I mean, that's what the thing is. Do they want roadblocks to exist? Because if they don't do it, guess what's going to happen to them? The government will shut the whole thing down. So they're doing what they need to do to actually protect their company.
Okay,
Do black people have a gift or gifts for
both.
language? Already learned 700 characters. It's actually not as hard as I first thought. Of course, I do 1 hour a day with a tutor once a week. Uh, I think we do. Okay, it's more speaking, but also I think that you're just smarter than the average bear, MS Delta.
More than likely.
More than likely, yeah.
Your thoughts on Dr. Umar allegedly going bankrupt?
I have to see his books. That's why it's alleged. I have to see his books.
Mm,
Okay, we'll see how this conference between Trump and
Agent
Putin.
Fauci.
Oh,
Okay.
we got a number two signing.
And number two setting. Finish your thought, AB.
Well, hopefully this conference with Trump and Putin will settle some things down.
I mean, it's going to settle one way or the other because basically, the bat the really the war would have been over if Trump had pulled the money. It'd been gone.
Yeah.
The war would have been over already. The thing is, this is Europe's last chance to actually have a meaningful, honorable way to get off of this out of this war because Trump's going to have to pull this money. You won't have a choice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I might cover that what Mr. Z was talking about earlier. That chick that loser.
I understand. At Troy Club, we will have martial art if my students don't do their homework or skip class. I have spoken. I mean, you know what? If what's coming down the pike and all these bears eating all these jobs and stuff like that, people going broke and going homeless, if that doesn't motivate you, you don't need to be in Mookie's class, okay?
Pretty much.
For the most part, if you care that little, let the bear eat you. Go ahead. Was it name? Go ahead. We ain't
You're
got.
going ahead. I'll
Yeah.
wait. Y'all going ahead.
We don't. I mean, my God, we don't have time for this bullshit, man. What are you guys playing for? Yeah, y'all are like delusional like black women. Oh, the government will figure it out and we'll all be good. Motherfucker, you got to get off your ass and go, right? Okay, you ain't got that time. You ain't got this kind of time. Hell, Donald Trump is fighting for America's financial life right now. Shit.
Yep.
Like him or not, he might be fucking up, but he's fighting the Chinese and the
trying.
BRICS. He's trying. Okay, might not like what he's doing. It might not work, but he's trying. And the thing is, he probably won't make it. So y'all, you guys got to be ready for this shit that's coming down the pike and get off your ass. Okay. Oh, gift, yes. I think it's more speaking that black people have a gift for because our our dialects is so diverse that we can hear like a lot of people that try to speak Chinese, they can't hear the tones, the differences in intonations of the language. But we can because we have to listen for it just to understand people from the South. Different tones, different uses of vowels, how they use consonants. To be
Yeah.
actually be able to understand it, we have to go through all of that. So when we hear somebody foreign speaking it, as long as we get enough of the language in us, okay, we can actually pick up what they're saying.
Yeah, I noticed
Now,
when we were watching.
BGS.
Oh, hold on, go ahead, AB, and then who's next?
All right.
Hold on. AB, go
No, I said
ahead.
okay.
Okay, go ahead, AB. What you gonna say?
Yeah, I noticed that I was watching a film with Dr. T, and it was in a different language. I think it was Indian or something. But
Huh.
I could pick up on what they were talking about just by looking at their emotions.
Yeah, but emotions also. We are pretty good at understanding people whose first language is not English. Okay,
Yeah.
we're actually pretty good at that. Somebody was trying to jump in. Go ahead.
Yes. I don't want to be hesitant in my language, but I do want to ask when you're trying to actively try to stop things from happening
Okay,
and
like what?
you can't. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Okay. Some things.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Remember the what is that? I forget the prayer. Okay. God, give me the wisdom to change the things that I can, accept the things that I can't, and the wisdom to do what? Know the difference.
Okay. So if I'm going through
The
that,
serenity prayer. You got that's where wisdom comes in. Go ahead. Going through
I
what?
respect that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying like I actually am going through that
Mm-hmm.
in my life right now.
Everybody
But
does. It,
of course,
it's a
of course,
constant. Go ahead.
of course. But I'm saying like, okay, in certain areas where it's like, okay, we live in this space where words that we knew before
Mm-hmm.
don't mean anything.
Okay.
Then they're trying to change those.
Okay.
And then they're trying to change the roles that we have
Okay.
while not trying to change the roles for the opposite sex.
They did change the roles for the opposite sex. Okay. They did.
Explain what you mean.
In other words, um, women are expected to earn more. Okay, they're expected to go out and get it and work like men. Okay, and bring home money. Okay, so uh, basically for social change, it usually takes about 100 years, 120 years. Okay, we are about, I will say, feminism for the most part actively started in 72, about 50 years in. So we got a ways to go.
So, what exactly would be the expected outcome?
Oh, in other words, okay, if you understand, okay, we talking about feminism, right?
Yeah.
Okay, feminism by definition is a social contract for females. In other words, the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of males. Okay, what women want rights and privileges. Privileges. What don't they want?
To do what with?
Responsibility. Okay, that's what they're choking on right now. Okay. In other words, you want to be, you want the place of a man and the space of a man without proving that you're as good as he is. All right,
Yep.
that's what they want. Okay, it don't work that way.
Wait a minute. Don't talk about the WNBA like that. Let me shut up.
It's another
Hold on, man. Don't even go there because they
the
just put us in the same games.
no. What I'm saying is the WNBA wants to be paid. They want to be paid like the NBA. Okay, like NBA players without the revenue. Don't work that way.
Now,
Okay.
BGS, I'm not disagreeing with you, but
Mm-hmm.
I am like, okay, this is the one thing. I had a conversation with my.
Got to make it plain, man. Got to make it
I'm about
plain.
to
Okay.
make it plain. I'm
Okay.
about to. All right, I had a conversation with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, so they putting the girls in WNBA games. Do you believe that will reflect outside of the games?
It already has. Yeah.
Okay, so if we in a situation where are we assuming that women can do everything that we can do? Are
No,
we just
not
supposed to?
the women don't even assume that shit no more. They
No
tell girls.
disrespect. I'm saying like no disrespect. I ain't even trying to cut you off. I'm saying like even though it's been like entertainment wise, you
Mm-hmm.
putting it in front of our face.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, that will turn into a thing where we expect it to just be that.
Yeah. I mean, this is okay. The thing is, okay. That's where society will take. I'm waiting for that to happen. Okay.
Me too.
But things that takes time. Okay.
Maybe 20, 50 years.
No. Okay. Remember the thing about 7 generations. The old
No,
Indian
I
proverb.
not completely.
Okay, 7 generations is about 100 from 120 to 140 years for a complete social change, cultural change. Okay, you're 50
Yep.
years in. You're not even halfway.
So I'll be dead and gone before I
You
see that
probably
change.
will. Yeah.
Yeah, they're already starting to course correct hard. So
Feminism is at its roots started in 18 was it 1804 1804. Okay, at its root. Okay, it took them from 1804 to 1972 that she reached where they wanted to go.
So I look like a person who's against change during this time.
Everybody, okay, the thing is, you can be or you cannot be. Doesn't matter. The thing is, most people are against change. Okay, even the women are.
Positive or negative?
Positive or negative. Most people want to stay. Most normally cultural change should take about 1,000 years.
I'm not looking for a father, but I have never been able to have this conversation with mine.
Okay, most men, most people are not going to have the conversation at this level because they can't.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about maybe 5% of the people on the planet. You just happen to be in a place where we actually talk about it.
Are we really that rare?
Yes. So the stuff I talk about, the books I read, we're talking about 5% of the people on the planet. I'm
Yep.
not. I'm not bullshitting you. Okay.
Now, before you continue, if I email you, can you tell me about the books you read?
Some of them depend. Man, there's so many books. You got to tell me what vein you want to that you're talking about. Okay.
Then I'll try to do that. But
Okay.
I'll shut up and listen.
Because unless you're gonna read 200 books,
I have free time.
you're gonna read 200 books.
Yeah, I go to work. I'm actually okay with doing that. I like reading.
Okay.
At least you like, at least you
I
like
know.
reading.
Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
You checked
Hey,
me before. I'm actually okay with reading. I've always been
but,
that way.
yeah, everybody says that.
I'm
Do you
not
want
going to
yeah,
check you about what you
Give him
sent me.
tragedy and hope. See if he's
Do
still
you
alive.
want to? Tragedy and Hope by itself is like 1,400 pages. Yeah, so that's a and to understand it without any background is difficult. Okay, what is it? What is it? Just uh,
Thanks for being gracious, man.
no, basically just understand uh, China, right? The best book that I've read on China, on America's relationship with China, is on China by
Just
what's
to
his name?
let you know, I've lived there.
Oh,
Henry Kissinger.
Kissinger. Yeah, yeah. Henry Kissinger. Most Chinese don't even know half this shit. Okay, they just follow. But Kissinger on China, he actually pretty accurately traces the stuff that we're talking about right now. Okay, Quigley has actually tracked the events in the political sphere about what's going on right now between civilizations. Okay, there's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of books. Okay, depends. You have to say what are you interested in, so I can kind of narrow it down
Okay.
because it's pretty broad. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I could go off the wall and just try to think about financial things for myself.
But
But
okay, with what vein of financial is it? Is it? Are you talking about? Are you talking about stocks and bonds? Talking about commodities? Talking about trading? What are you talking about? Investing? What are you talking about?
actually,
You talk about geoeconomics. There's layers to it. You have to pick a
okay,
lane.
so I'd rather start
And then
on
and
the
then
bare bones of where my money is.
the,
So I'd
I have no
rather
I have no idea where your money is. Okay.
I know I was going to tell you.
Okay. What
Okay.
what do you invest in? What's your appetite?
Uh I was actually trying to look into necessities like toothpaste, bread,
You talk.
small things.
Okay, that's not money. That's selling. Okay,
Okay.
that's
Then
that's
I get
that's not
that.
money. Yeah.
Then I don't know.
That's not money you're investing or something like that. That's different. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, if you talk about just selling, I'm not a really merchant, and I'm probably was not the best person to actually give you advice on it because I'm not really a merchant. Okay.
Okay.
So somebody's probably better able than me to tell you about that.
Do you know
Anyway,
anybody like that? Well,
I'm just
later on.
yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah. I mean, they'll pop up. I mean, sure, somebody in the chat will know somebody and can actually
Mm-hmm.
point you in the right direction. All right.
Thank
Anybody else jump in
Yeah. Your thoughts on the old man being back?
on the who? Oh, to old man. I told you he would be back. YouTube had to let him back in. Okay. If they let uh,
Iron Bang back in. Yeah.
the Iron Bang back in, let her back in. Eventually, they had to let him back in. So
oh, BJS, I wanted to talk to you about earlier. You talking about uh, when you say Chinese, understand the Chinese language. Do you have to speak the Chinese language? Or is that what you tell? Is that what you
no,
said
no, okay,
earlier?
okay. To speak the Chinese language, you have to understand tones, right? And a lot of Westerners, especially white people, can't hear the tones. Okay, so they can't differentiate between words. Okay? But black people can. Is
Or
because of
like Chinese and Korean people between Chinese and
no, no,
Korean
no, no, no,
people?
no. In other words, uh, It could be the same word, same consonants and vowels, but things the way the pitch of the tone will differentiate between words. Okay, and most people can't. A lot of Europeans can't hear it,
Mm-hmm.
so they can't speak it because they can't. They literally cannot hear the difference between the tones of the words. Okay, but black people, since we have so many dialects, okay, we can. That's what I was saying. Theo probably can tell you the same thing. Black people, since we speak so many dialects of English, we can actually hear the tones better than most white people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was well stated. Like when I went to grad school for linguistics,
Hmm.
all of my white professors said that um, African-based people were
Hmm.
superior in language,
Hmm.
in particular the men. And so it was even when I was in Japan, it was widely known that if you're black, you probably speak in Japanese. If you're white,
Oh.
probably no.
Yeah, yeah, because our ears are tuned differently. Okay, so we have a different way we hear things. Okay.
So that's why I can pick up programming language like
Yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah.
just like me learning
Swahili.
Swahili. The pronunciation is pretty easy. Okay, now the grammar of that motherfucker is tough, but the words and pronunciation is
Mhm.
pretty easy.
Mhm.
Also,
Swahili grammar, man, it's like ooh. Even the Africans say Swahili grammar is something else, man.
Yeah. There are some very difficult languages. Swahili is the worst one, but then again, they say that like Arabic speakers can pick it up easily
Yeah,
because it is a combination of Arabic and Bantu languages.
yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
For me, every time I've learned like Spanish or Portuguese or whatever, I've
Hmm.
always been told by every native speaker, like most native speakers, that my accent is really good.
Yeah, yeah. We have black people because okay, if you can go down to South to Mississippi or Texas or New Orleans and understand these motherfuckers and what they coming out of their mouths like
Mm-hmm.
gorilla, okay, that
Hmm.
as the understander, you can stand pretty much anybody. Okay,
Or Pahokee, Florida.
yeah.
Oof, my goodness.
Yeah, gorillas speak that southern twang English.
Oh man, how they mangle the vowels and the consonants and switch. Uh,
Hey, BG,
yeah.
hand me that Merc. Hand me
See
that
what?
what? Hand me that Merc.
Yeah, myrrh, yeah, myrrh, yeah.
Merc.
Or in my case,
if their water wet, it got gator in it.
gators in it.
Wall, what? Wall.
Yeah, the water, they got with the wah instead of water, water wet, got gator in it.
Go get in it for sure.
prime example of
Yeah.
somebody
Oh
whose
yeah.
accent that comes to
Somebody
mind.
said music. It's
Music.
music. Glorilla call it music.
A gallon
Now
of
I'm
Merc.
trying to understand Creole. My girl understands Creole, and she doesn't speak Creole. She because it's mixed with French.
Yeah.
She speaks French. I was like, you speak? She
She Haitian?
no, she's German and black. So she
Okay.
speaks French, German, and Spanish.
Oh, she
So
speaks French. She can actually understand Creole because it's
Most of
mostly
it.
based on French. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
So
that
it's
could
like
Haitian Creole because there's other forms of Creole. So go ahead.
it would be like French slang.
Yeah.
At
yeah.
Words
least.
are
She
the same.
understood it really well when she was we was watching Deadpool, Wolverine when Channing Tatum was speaking Creole,
Hmm.
and I was like, I can understand. I can understand a little bit, but she understood clearly what he was saying.
Yeah.
So I was like,
French.
yeah.
Yeah, but not that hard to sound. He not that hard. Especially his Gambit wasn't that difficult. Now the TV show Gambit was, boy.
Or in my case, BGS, having grown up being around South Asians and some of the heavy accents they have, and somehow understand everything they say.
Somehow.
So I don't know. I was just exposed from a very young age. I can understand what they were saying. That, as well as being exposed to like Scotsmen and Irishmen and everything with their heavy accents and just understanding everything. Like, hi, that makes a lot of sense what you say.
It's a question, BJ. If my brain picks up network engineering configuration quickly, is there a certain type of brain person? Yeah, there is. There is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a certain IQ level and have to be more have a much more logical thinking. Okay, because it has to make sense. So yeah, That's why very few people can actually do it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the network engineering configuration, you probably have a lot of Cisco books fell on your head and you got knocked out. Like this, like the Cisco book.
You sure it wasn't IBM?
I mean, you got to have a bit of nerd in you anyway to actually pick up this kind of crap. Okay.
Yeah, you got to have some nerd in you. So, like, I love networking myself, but it's rules and regulation.
Yeah. If networking, and this is something I was talking to somebody about. I can't remember who. Right? If you understand the post office, that's what it's based on. You can understand networking. Okay. Because the original guy that came up with the IP was a post office person. He was actually as he was an engineering student going to UCLA, and I think he was part time at the post office. So he used the same scheme for IP address. Okay, that's why I call it an address because your MAC address is the home address, right? And as it goes up through the layers, okay, just like a letter, okay, or packet or package, okay,
Right.
it's got the home address on it, right, and its destination address on it, and so it's embedded into the packets, and it goes up the letter, and as it goes up, it gets stripped away, and then it gets added on to on the way down, okay. So it works just like the post office. Understand the post office, you can actually understand networking. Works the same way.
You're not supposed to know that. Why do you know that?
Who, me?
Why?
Mookie. You know how we are.
He
Come
said,
on, man.
"Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you?"
Mookie.
That's pretty. I mean, considering you're not working in that,
Yes.
that's damn good. Like, I wish I had students who could talk like that. But that's what we're trying. It's entirely correct.
You have to have that kind of personality. You know, Mookie. Everybody's not built alike. Okay, the shit we remember.
It's okay.
It's okay.
They'll remember me smacking them upside the head. So I just keep on giving you
Hey. When that first check comes in, that's why they'll start calling you Saint Mookie instead of
they do.
instead of Theo. They call you Saint Mookie.
You know, I get my accolades. I'm like, go back into class and help them out. But I have to say that was a damn good explanation.
Yeah. Because when I first saw it, I said, "Oh, this seems familiar." So I actually researched it. So it was the black guy. I think he's American, black American, and to make money back then, when in the '60s and the '70s, right? To make your money, he had to go to the post office to make extra money, right? So that's where he worked, right? So they came up, they tried to come up with the scheme with ARPANET, right? And so he came up with that scheme. Say, okay, if we put an address on the machine, okay, and use it the same way mail moves through a system and reverse it on the other side, like mail actually moves, we can send packets of information, okay, that are addressed to a certain machine. And so as the reader goes through, it can actually strips off, adds pieces and strips off pieces until it actually gets to the other MAC address, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, BGS, it's interesting you mentioned, they should be calling, Theo Saint Mookie, because if I'm not mistaken, there is a place in Mexico called San Mookie.
Yeah. Well, basically, if you are making $30,000 and you 2 years later you're making 175, you will call him Saint Mookie, okay?
Actually, I'd rather call him San Theodore.
Basically, you're pouring libations every morning, man, getting down on your knees. Thank you, Saint Mookie, for saving me.
Well, actually, in my case, it would have to be. I would have to say like something like Yemeskin Kudus Tedros.
I mean, if you're doing Amazon Flex and working a basic job and you're barely making $60,000 a year and you're killing yourself, and you can make 170,000 working 8 hours a day and with weekends off or 2 days off, you will be calling him Saint Mookie and getting down on your knees and saying, "Bless you, Saint Mookie."
Oh, by the way,
yes, sir.
I take full responsibility, and it's going to be my fault if Mookie ever thinks about relocating to Ethiopia and start speaking fluent Amharic and Tigrinya
Nah, he's looking
and
for
Arabic while he's at it.
no.
No, that's not happening.
He's looking for a Japanese Brazilian at this moment. Okay.
I want a Japanese Brazilian.
Okay, that too.
And for my there's from estimation since World War II, there's been a lot of them, a big conclave of Japanese in Latin
2
America.
million.
Yeah.
There's 2 million.
Oh yeah, especially like in Peru as well as in Japan. Oh,
Yeah,
not sorry,
yeah,
Brazil.
yeah,
Also,
Brazil for that one, Theo.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them since World War II.
I mean, but go ahead.
I'll say hello. Question. BJ's question was Theo. I'm planning on taking his next class, but I'm a college student. Will it clash with my schedule? And no Memphis slander. Leave Glow alone. You know, I played Glow for a Kenyan girl, and she fell on the fucking floor. Okay. She said, what is that? What the fuck is that?
You mean she was like she turned into Arlie Ermy? What is that? What the fuck is that?
If you want to see an African break down in tears and laugh, let them hear a Southern person speaking English. Okay, they will break down. They will break down in tears, man. That's how funny it is. They call him Suge Waff.
Oh no!
Let me answer Kareem's
Go ahead.
super chat. So Kareem, you are responsible for how you manage time. Okay. So when I was my last year of undergrad, I took 8 hours. I took 8 classes. So I was taking 24 hours per semester. Plus, I worked 30 hours a week. Plus, I went to Bible study.
Wow. Okay.
So, I didn't ask anyone about time management. I was trying to do as much as I possibly could because I was going to graduate and my scholarship was going to end.
Okay.
So I was trying to take as many courses as I could.
So,
what I'm saying to you, Kareem, is you have to be responsible for yourself and make decisions for what's best for you. I don't do that for you. If you're looking for me to make that decision for you, you're going to have trouble in life. So you need to make a decision for yourself now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He can't answer the question for you.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a mathematics. If you're in mathematics, you shouldn't be that hard for you.
Why can't you, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, the nigga about to come out now.
Yeah. If you're STEM, it should. Where's the paddle? Where's the? Yeah. Okay, hold on.
Hold on. Let me get the Janus. Or is that too brutal?
Okay, that's the book. In other words,
a lot of mathematics in here.
Yeah, if you're STEM, it shouldn't be that hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Multi-agent reinforcement learning. Okay.
Yeah. Most of your mathematics actually, mathematics and physics people actually go into AI and also machine learning and also what's the other one? Quantum computing. Okay.
Yeah, quantum, but right now it's agentic AI. It's really important. So I'm just like, you can do this, bro. You can make that decision. If you're doing DiffyQ and above, come on, man. You're smart, man. You can figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. My internet went out, and then my students are saying that I was just coming here with you. No, I'm not. I actually had to wait for my internet to return. Oh God!
What you got? Spectrum?
What? Oh, I got Google Fiber. It's been intermittent.
What the hell?
Week.
And Google Fiber? Good grief! Okay.
I know it's horrible. I've been in meetings, and then like my internet just drops, and I'm like,
really?
Is this Colombia? Like, what's wrong?
I thought Japan had the best internet.
They do. It's supposed to.
I'm not in Japan. Yeah.
No, he's in Austin.
Yeah. So
in the all types of blue hell.
Hold on. Go ahead, finish.
Most people, and people in Japan have 1 gig fiber connection.
Yeah.
But but so do I. I have
Yeah.
1 gig fiber connection.
Right.
Except I rarely get above 10 megs.
Really?
So I don't know what they're talking about. I'm just like, what's wrong with you people? Like, I don't know. They should. I don't. It's just weird. That's all. I want to leave the country.
We might have to go for Xfinity, Theo.
Go where?
Xfinity. Get Xfinity.
No,
Get a
no, I'm not doing that. No.
You might as well say you need to slap your mama. That's what you
Pretty
might as
much.
well have said.
Yeah, Mookie pretty much said, "Fuck Comcast." No, I ain't doing that.
I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not. I was working for him too, man. There's no way.
Well, the thing is, this should fiber to the curb was talked about in the 90s, man. Okay, in the fucking 90s. Okay, 30 years, you still don't have that shit, man. Because these motherfuckers actually want to extract all the money out of you first. There's no way we shouldn't have fiber to the curb. Japan's had that shit since what? Since the 2000s, or maybe the 90s. Yeah.
I'll explain what happened. Okay, so at the end of the 90s, NT&T had a monopoly on all the lines. Okay, and then Clinton came over and said, because of your networking, your telecoms, you guys you're hindering the development of the internet. So you guys are screwed up. Stop it. So NTT said, fine, we'll deregulate. Watch this. So they deregulated, and they did it to such a degree that in 2 years, Japan's internet was better than the United States. And they just kept on going. So what was it? When I left in 2010, my house had 250 meg up and down. And then my phone had around 20 meg connections, unlimited data. I mean, just think of that. It's 2010.
Mookie, they're ripping you off. Okay. The thing is, they put so much into cable and shit and wired lines. They didn't want to do it. Okay. You had what 4 or 5 cross country fiber lines for the last 30 years. Okay. Yeah. You have a lot of dark fiber still laying around. They just don't want to spend the amounts to actually hook up the houses. Okay, that's all it is.
Yeah.
I got a question. Why was AOL? AOL used to be popular back in the day.
They got bought out.
Oh, damn.
Like everybody else did.
Wow.
Okay, that happens. Okay, Google, and Microsoft and those kind of people ate their lunch.
Okay.
And they never made the switch to the internet. Google did, and started eating everybody's lunch. Okay, so going from my CCMP, the data center concentration, just picked up a book on quantum networking, wanted to see how the two can work together.
Why are you really doing data center concentration? Do you know how boring that is?
I guess so.
I mean, Johnny, are you sure? You're not going to see daylight for a long time. Are you sure?
Mookie?
Quantum?
Mookie, look at it this way. It's a boring job.
But
somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
I know, but they could do like service provider. At least service provider.
Man, Mookie, let a geek be a geek, okay?
But that's a real that's real
you geek keeping right now, bro.
You are geek keeping right now.
The saint is geek keeping.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Hey, we might have a Wozniak in the making, okay?
That is blasphemous, Mookie.
I'm just saying.
How dare you? How dare you?
I would say, like, bro, why don't you go for the CCD, which is design expert, and then go for AI, because that's what my class is going for. Like actually designing AI systems for companies. But you're doing data center. That is
let a geek
boring.
Let a geek be a geek, man.
If you guys want to say something that's boring, try accounting. Accounting is totally boring. You know, I was about to go to school to be an accountant, and then I just got accounting was super hard to study, and accounting wasn't my thing, so I just decided to go do a trade, which was HVAC. But those accounting classes were hell to take, though. I literally stayed up. all night just trying to figure this shit out.
Most accountants make their money
Sleepless
doing.
nights.
Most accountants make their money doing taxes. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where they
It's
make
not the
their
book,
money.
but you just keep the bookkeeping and tight enough so that you have to worry about getting audited and shit.
Most accountants make their money doing taxes. Okay.
And most of your
Yep.
So I do got another question though. So if you like know a trade or whatever, like if you move to another country, can you live good in that country if you know a trade? Like you easily find a job in that country?
It depends on the trade. Okay, because they got tons of guys that are free trade workers. So depends on the trade.
Yeah. Why do they need a foreigner you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't.
So
Yeah.
when I was in Japan, okay, I'm doing Cisco and Microsoft. Why do they need foreigner Theodore? They have Japanese Cisco guys and Japanese Microsoft guys. Why do they need me? So I had to figure out how to do why I was necessary. What was my specialty?
Yeah, you have a specialty. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So if you think of your specialty, you can figure that one out. You'll be fine. But if you don't do it, you're like, I'm a generalist, just like your normal people are. You ain't gonna get a job, man.
So in other words, what you do is you look at that country, see what they're missing, and see what they're asking for. If they need your trade, okay, then that's a good place to land. If they don't, then
Now,
you're
you
gonna
got another
just add it
question.
on the pile. Go ahead.
So, like, let's say, for instance, if I saved up shit tons of money over here, like just making money from a trade, and I decided to take a few months, like a 1 month vacation, you could do that too. Like, that's how cheap it is. Certain country, you could take like a 1 month vacation.
Depends on where you go. I got one guy that used to work for a year and take off a year. Okay, in HVAC.
Yeah.
Okay. It's because say you go to Thailand, right? Okay, in America your rent is like $1,500, $2,000, depending on where you are, right? Okay, Thailand is $250. Okay, how long?
Yeah.
In other words, if you work a year and you're in HVAC, you're probably making close to six figures. Okay, after taxes, you're gonna bring home about 80. Yeah, you could be out. Yeah, you could be out a good 2 years just with the 80 grand.
Yeah, because Thailand seemed fun, because I seen a guy today on on YouTube. He was like walking down the street with two broads and shit. It looked cool. Because even the women are super beautiful out there. Because you can't tell the difference between like a regular woman and a lady boy out there. Like I'll easily be tricked if I went out there.
If you go out there long, if you go out there long enough, you'll be able to tell. Okay. It only takes one time to make a mistake. You'll remember it. Okay.
Because I seen one lady boy. I seen one Thailand lady boy. I seen one Thailand lady boy on YouTube. She was thick as fuck, and she had like the breast too.
Hold on. The thing is, seeing somebody on, especially with the makeup that these broads use nowadays. Okay, you can't tell. You can only tell in person. Okay.
Yeah. And some of the surgery.
It doesn't matter about the fucking surgery. You go there long enough. You're there long enough. You'll be able to tell the difference between the two. Trust and believe. Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to get good.
But the thing,
let me jump in here. Ask B just a quick question. So
go ahead.
I take my ass to bed. So you and I in the age group where we remember what was going on about 55, 60 years ago.
Okay.
And you remember during that time there was some concerns about overpopulation. There was a book about that time, Population Bomb. Even that movie with Charleston Heston, Soylent Green, is about the same issue.
Yeah.
We're nowhere near that. We're total opposite.
Okay.
I'm thinking it was by design.
No, that's what they thought. Okay. What changed their mind was the Mouse Utopia. Okay.
I got you.
Okay. In other words, mouses thought you get that steady upstream and this steady increase in population. Okay. We didn't think there would be a cap on it. Right. There's a natural cap on population. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how come the birth rates are diving. Now we're going to be underpopulated within the country within 20. Japan's going through that right now. Within like maybe 10, 15 years, you're going to be underpopulated. Okay.
Yeah. So do you think what have you been paying attention to what's going on in Europe, particularly England? Because it sounds like they're on the verge of a civil war over there.
They can't afford civil war.
It's not civil war. It's going to be unrest. It's because their social programs and the system depends on feeding off the rest of the world, right? You can't do that anymore, okay? Especially on the continent. All that the money's been cut off. How are you gonna have a social program with no money?
That is true. No more empires to exploit.
Basically, it's over. That the ball game is over.
Finito, it's over.
It's over. Yeah, finito.
Plus, Christians and Islam can't be in the same place. They can't mix. They never have.
Yes, they can. They've been side by side for over 1,000 years. It's not true.
No, they've been at war with each other for 1,000 years.
No, they've been side by side for 1,000 years. It's not true. Okay, your Orthodox Christians in Islam have been there for 1,000, in Eastern Europe for 1,000 years. It's not true. They can get along.
Yeah, that's because the Ottomans conquered them. That's why.
No,
and look at what happened to Yugoslavia. It all broke up on sectarian lines.
Russia has been Orthodox Christian for tons and tons and tons of years. They've been living together for
they've been kicking ass all that time.
No.
Wait a minute.
Islam,
that was ethnic, not sectarian.
It's
ethnic. Yugoslavia.
A lot of folks use religion for ethnicity. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
true.
They've been side by side for thousands of years. Okay.
Right, well, we'll see. They sound like they within 5 years something's going to happen, but time will tell.
Like where?
In Britain.
No. What's going on in Britain? Okay. What do you think is going on? Because I follow this shit. Give it to me.
They have all those migrants come in, particularly ones from Pakistan and some other Muslim country.
You know why those people came? Is because they're part of the Commonwealth. Okay.
Right, but those Muslims, they got sex rings where they snatching up girls left and right, teenage girls.
Okay. What causes upsetment in any particular society? It's about what? Resources and money.
Right. Well, when you start ripping your teenage girls,
no,
they
ain't got shit to do with it, man. The thing is, they're running out of fucking money. That's the problem.
Yeah, because they deindustrialized. I don't know what made them think that was going to work out for them.
It's because somebody else could do it cheaper. That's what happened. Okay.
They got a whole bunch of folks.
Like what happened in Northern England, like Sheffield when the steel mills were shut down.
Guess who else deindustrialized? United States. Okay.
Right. It looks like we're reversing that, though.
No, we know. Good luck. Okay.
All right, we'll see.
No, ain't no way. Okay. I could walk you through a chapter and verse. It's good luck. You're not going to catch China and the BRICS. What do you think Donald Trump?
Oh, no, we ain't going to catch them, but I think maybe enough jobs to take off some of the pressure, because I don't think, with AI coming along and all these folks ain't going to have no jobs, that's a recipe for revolution or instability or something along those lines.
It's not going to be revolution. What's going to happen is people are going to leave, okay?
Yeah.
Americans gonna get up and leave. I got to see that.
What are you doing?
Are you gonna stay in a state or a country where you can't eat, or are you gonna go someplace where you can't eat?
No.
This is a continental size
No. Russia's three times the size of the United States. Guess what happened when the Soviet Union actually broke up?
Yeah, I know that the brain trust got up and left.
No. Half of the population left because they couldn't eat.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
Same thing's going to happen to us. If you can't eat, nobody's going to stay, okay?
All right, well, we'll see on that one, because like I said, this is so much. The land is rich here in this country.
Okay, show me where you got this from.
Yeah, what do you mean got one from?
Are you serious? Show me where you got this from, because I can give you chapter and verse where I got mine from. Show me where you got this from.
No, I'm just watching current events. I watch the news over in Europe and see what's going on, and they got some serious problems over there.
They do. But the thing is, you understand the what I do, but you don't understand the why. Okay, I understand the why.
Right, yeah, you're right. I don't understand the why. I just know where this headed.
I saw this coming 25 years ago. It's not new. Okay.
All right, well, it might be coming to a head.
And the only reason it hasn't happened in the UK now is because the United States has been holding them up, but they can't hold them up anymore. Okay, and once NATO, if NATO leaves, they're going to start fighting each other over resources like they did 200 or 300 years ago.
Yeah, they're already talking about there's wars will start coming up over water because water's getting short in these countries.
Resources, right?
Right.
Water, food, electricity, all that kind of stuff. They're gonna start fighting over. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Has to be some nasty times coming.
What happens when you change? Same thing happened during the Industrial Revolution when they changed from agrarian base to industrial base. We're gonna have a whole bunch of conflict. Okay, it's called the Age of Conflict. Which this we've been fighting the Age of Conflict for the last 30 years, secretly though. Now it's coming to a head. Okay, our reign is the top dog is over. Okay, it's gone. China, basically, this is something I forget the guy's name. He said that happened in 2015, where China overcame and passed up the United States industrially and economically in 2015. It's gone already.
Right, right. Yeah, but China got problems too. They've been lying about their population.
No, they haven't. Where you get that from?
China, there's a number of people over there that posts that are just saying their actual true numbers around 900 million, not 1.4 billion.
The thing is, so you have credible government sources that say that.
No, I can't say that.
Exactly. It's called propaganda. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there's a number of people that come up with the same conclusion.
Say what?
Even Peter Zion. Are you familiar with Peter Zion?
Yeah, the anti-China neocon. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. He's come up with the same conclusion. Well, he's been saying it first. And there's about other people that have been saying the same thing. So
you know how long I've been following Peter Zion? Over 20 years. Guess what? The motherfucker been wrong. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah. I give you that. He ain't always right.
No, the motherfucker been wrong. They've been saying that about China. Oh, China's gonna get old before it gets rich. China will never catch up with it. China will never industrialize. China's gonna go broke. Blah blah blah. Guess what happened? None of that shit happened. Okay. In fact, China's eating your lunch right now. So with the birth rates increasing in Ukraine, Russia after the war, I don't know. They may be the only white people making babies. Okay. The thing is, the only way you make babies is if you have enough food and resources. They don't have that shit. Okay.
Correct. They don't have it. What if you look at Ukrainian refugees? This is now the third year. They're not going abroad and making babies.
No.
A lot of them not even thinking about coming back just yet. So they won't be coming back for quite some time.
No, Trump's talking about making them go back.
Okay.
You're
right.
I'm thinking about the ones in Europe, the Western Europe.
Yeah.
They are not making any kids.
No.
I talk to them all the time, and they're just trying to live and like do normal work. But none of them are like, I wish I had a man and like would knock me up and make a kid with me. They don't think that way.
There's something. That's why the Calhoun's Matriarchy experiment was so groundbreaking. Okay, there's something that goes off in the human brain that switches off as far as reproducing. Okay,
right.
Nobody understands it.
Right. Yeah, they have a problem. This is an issue. I mean, I've been studying it also with the Slavs. There's the women, largely speaking, are not reproducing.
They're not producing. Yeah, globally, it's not just them. It's every the only positive birth rates are on the continent because they haven't developed yet.
Hey, VGS, I got a question along those lines. Didn't I think his name is Pat Buchanan, and correct me if I'm wrong, write a book called The Death of the West, where he predicted the birth dearth
was because they actually talk about white people, and then birth dearth came out of a book. I can't remember the guy's name in 1987.
Yeah,
about the lack of the fertility rate in the West. Yeah, especially white people. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, so it seems like it's coming, or it sounds like it's coming to fruition based off the conversation.
It's coming to fruition. It's already happening. Okay.
Yes, sir. It's already happening.
It's already happening. It has happened. Okay. White people have been at below replacement for the past 65 years in the United States. Yeah.
They're not growing. I don't know why. It's weird. since only religious groups that are growing with the white population. It's like they're I don't know,
self-regulating,
going down. They're regulating
self-regulate.
themselves
In fact, that's why you have to go look at Calhoun's work, okay? Because he saw it in mice, okay? Yeah, Calhoun. It's called the Mouse Utopia experiments, or I think it was, yeah. You look that up, you'll find it back in 1968. Okay, they've been trying to prove Calhoun wrong, almost as long as they've been trying to prove Quigley wrong. Okay, and they're both right.
So it's starting to make sense. That sounds like the reason why they've kept our population down in America with Planned Parenthood and legalizing abortion, stuff like that.
That's part of it. That's part of it. But thing is, that's the euthanasia by the Fabian socialists. Okay, eugenics program by the Fabian socialists with, I forget her name. But thing is, she was in Harlem, and guess who begged to have abortion and birth control?
Margaret Sanger.
Also black women.
Margaret Sanger, black women.
Black women wanted this. It's not something that they made them do. Okay.
Why?
It's because black women were having are very fertile. They're having 8, 9, 10 kids. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was too many for them to medicine. Can we do something to actually cut the number down? Okay.
I wonder, are they kicking?
And birth control wasn't available like that.
Not like that. No. There's a wonder if
that's crazy that you told me that, man.
One at a time, y'all can't speak up at once. Okay.
No, I was just gonna say, I wonder, are they kicking themselves looking at the population?
Hell no. Are you fucking kidding? Hell no.
No.
They're not remorseful?
No.
Oh,
no.
In fact, they don't want to have any kids. No.
Oh, they're tripping.
It might be, but they don't care.
No, they don't. No.
That's terrible.
I was talking with a girl last night.
Sorry. Go ahead. Who's first?
He can go first.
BGS, I'm surprised you said that, man. They always said I always thought it was because of the government wanted to depopulate the black community. But you mean to tell me these black women, the strong, independent black women?
Okay. Number one, okay. The reason that they had fucking Jim Crow is because they needed workers. They wanted you to have babies. That's bullshit. Okay. Black women have a third more babies than any other population. Okay. The thing is in the city. Okay, that's the problem. But where you were, the vast majority of black people were in the South, they need as many babies as they could actually get
for the work.
To work, yes. Okay, didn't become a problem to the 1960s when there's no more work on the farm for you.
Mm-hmm. So then they had to cut back.
And then unless who's going to pay for all these babies? Okay, it's not going to be the state. Okay, give these bitches some birth control. In fact, my mother was telling me that she couldn't get birth control till the 70s. Okay. So all the birth control were for white women until the 70s. Okay, black women could not get legal abortions until the 70s. Okay.
Yeah.
My mother told me that. Okay, they would not give her birth control until the 70s. Okay, because black people were part of the workforce. Okay. So them trying to get rid of you, trying to get rid of you is probably bullshit. Okay, you're gonna work yourself to death anyway.
So
yeah, that's why I was thinking.
Oh, go ahead.
That's why I think we were just born here just to work and die. That's why I really don't believe there's nothing to life.
Yes. Okay. Okay. What I'm saying is, when Lincoln freed the slaves, okay, he said we're gonna deport all these motherfuckers, and the other Southerners and Northerners said, "The hell you will." That's probably why they killed him. The hell you will. We need these motherfuckers. 70% of your GDP is locked up with these bastards. Put them back where they were. That's where Jim Crow came in.
And sharecropping.
Sharecropping is Jim Crow, boss.
Some did went back to some
right there, right.
Some quote unquote FBAs, the slaves went something back to Liberia, and that was how that turned out.
Well, the thing is, okay, if they really want to get rid of you, they could have funded Liberia and sent you back there, okay? With all the skills that you had, you could have made Liberia into something, right? Okay, you were worth too much money.
Yep.
Stop playing that. They had no plans of exporting you at all for a reason.
That was because you were producing. Cry.
Huh?
Wasn't that Marcus Garvey's cry?
Marcus Garvey was crying about that, but the thing is that Marcus Garvey got done in by the the bourgeois elite integrationists like Du Bois. Okay,
the boys.
so we got it done in. Okay,
Terrible.
well, they're human beings like everybody else, man. We're not all one people. Okay.
Can you imagine? But they also had a conversation I heard and read in the book. They said Brazil was an option too, because they said Brazil, Lincoln was trying to get into Brazil too. Can you
Okay.
imagine?
The three places. The three places was Belize, Haiti, and Liberia. Okay. Those are three places that Lincoln wanted to ship you off to. It didn't make sense why they didn't until you start looking at the GDP numbers and where the money was coming from. They couldn't afford to get rid of you.
Yep. You were irreplaceable.
Otherwise, they could have just let the South go. The South wouldn't try to fight them. Said we just gonna go our own way. Hell no, not with our money. You will. The hell you will.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said some of the technology in Asia is very advanced. Some of these pedestrians have no idea. I think I might have to start teaching Quigley's book in my in my Patreon because this is really high level shit. I understand it's not for pedestrians and even not for civilians, right? And and all these theories that you float around about a new world order, all that kind of shit is based on Quigley's theories. Okay?
No shit, huh?
Yes. In fact,
I got a question on that.
hold on.
BGS.
Let me finish my thought. Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Okay. In fact, what's going on right now is exactly what Quigley predicted. Exactly, almost to the year. Okay, almost to the year. Okay, that's why they got all these wars trying to suppress your peer competitor down. Okay. Now go ahead. What was your question?
I was gonna say I would like if you teach that Quigley book, but also I went yesterday and I watched one of your old videos on the top 10 books that you recommended, and I know Malcolm X was one of them, but I knew also heard you say you were gonna do 50. Did you ever do the 50?
The 50 what?
What was the question that he asked you?
I don't know.
Like the top 10, the top 50 books that you think are worth reading. Like you had Secrets of the Federal Reserve,
yeah,
A History of the United States,
People's History of the United States, Quigley, yeah. I mean, there's tons of them, man. It's just
Foundations.
If Foundation, if you want to go into science fiction, okay, Foundation explains a lot, okay. Dune explains a lot. That's why
Dune was also on there, but I'm thinking to myself,
if you understand drone warfare, you have to read two books, which is Damon by Daniel Suarez, and also Kill Decision by Daniel Suarez. What's going on exactly right now? He actually described it in 2006. Okay,
right.
Read those two books, science fiction books. Okay. What's going on right now is what Suarez saw back in 2006. Okay. Damon, Daemon, Damon, and Kill Decision by Daniel Suarez.
Is that like predictive, like programming or something? How do these people know beforehand these events?
It's just like any other science fiction. Basically, you take this current technology that you have witnessed and project out. Okay, that's all you do.
I got you.
That's like the movie Terminator.
I got you.
Terminator was part of Terminator and
Matrix.
And Matrix actually came out of the same person, which is Sister Sophia.
Yeah.
So they just divided it. So basically, that's where it came from.
No, what about 1984? That book.
1984 was talking about. 1984 was basically talking about Russia, Soviet Union, and Germany, about authoritarian societies.
You think that's not gonna happen to America?
It's already. American is not authoritarian. Okay. If it's going to happen, you see parts of it in China, you see parts of it in Korea, you see parts of it in Germany. Was actually the central part of what he was talking about. Okay, because the Germans follow. Okay, how do you get a certain population to actually follow and be obedient?
By threatening and forcing them to.
Well, the thing is, you already have to have being socialized into obeying. Okay, you can't force people to do things. No, you have to be. You have to, a lot of your authoritarian countries are always authoritarian. They weren't liberal. China's never been a liberal country. Germany's still not particularly liberal. Russia the same way. Japan the same way. Korea the same way. Okay, they're not liberal societies, even though we call them democracies. Okay, they were actually father-led authoritarian societies. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
So how did they get the people to comply? By force or?
No, if okay. How do you know that you're black?
I looked at my mother and father.
No, your father,
No,
father told you were
you were
black.
told that. Yep, you were
I
told
was
that.
told
Yep.
that?
Yep.
Yes.
It's like the rest of us.
Because Africans don't believe that they're black. Okay, I'm whatever
Okay,
tribe I come from.
complexion wise.
No,
Hosa,
no.
Fulani.
Black is a identification.
It's a social construct. It's a social construct.
It's a social identification taught to you by your society. Okay.
Yep.
Damn. So I'm not black.
You are
Not in
black.
the way- not in the
You
way-
are if you are black in this society. If you go to Africa, you're just American. Okay.
Right.
Oh, that's my nationality.
It's your nationality. If you go to black, they'll especially Ghana, they'll call you Baruni, which is white man. Okay.
Oh no,
Which is American. Yeah, they would.
I thought
Because them you're the same as the white man. Go ahead.
Oh wow.
I thought it was Akata, but okay, but
No,
you know.
that Okada is what, Nigerian. Okay.
Okay.
Africa is not a country.
It's a continent. I know it's a continent. Yeah, I know.
It's like saying that French and German are Europeans. They are, but they don't speak the same language.
I found out this though. My grandmother on my father's side, because I was looking at heritage. Back, I'm a Seminole. My grandmother is Seminole.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to reach out to somebody out there in Oklahoma or somebody. With my Seminole tribe, so I gotta.
In other words, basically, that was the Trail of Tears when the Florida tribes got pushed to the Midwest. Okay, and there was a big mixed tribe. Seminoles are actually mixed. Okay, and they're black and Indian.
Okay, so because I was like, okay, all right.
Why do you think they have a team called the Florida what? Seminoles, right? That's where they came from. And so they set up a territory for black and Native American tribes, okay? And then, but guess what? They stole the land anyway. Because guess what white people do?
And they're the first one, and they actually one of the ones that didn't sign that treaty, peace treaty.
Yeah, they had to sign that peace treaty, otherwise they would have got killed.
They said they didn't. They never signed it.
They signed that shit, man. That's why they signed it. Stop. That's why they got pushed to Oklahoma. Otherwise, they never left. Okay. They signed that motherfucker. Stop. The black woman's job is to undermine her people. The black woman's job is to manage her people. Okay.
No, it's to serve the white man.
Damn, I believe it too.
No, man. I have researched that shit to no end. Okay.
Damn, that shit sound crazy, but I believe it.
Akata is straight cat, no tribe. But the thing is, in Ghana, they don't call you Akata. Okay, they do not. They call you Abaruni. Okay. Yeah, Akata is basically a Nigerian term, from what I understand. Okay.
But BGS Abaruni is disrespectful.
Yeah, well,
so
most Africans.
So is nigga.
Yeah. What about Musungu, which is like Rwandan? Musungu is like Rwandan for white person.
Well, it could be. It's just a term for white people. Doesn't mean it's derogatory. Okay. To black people, it's derogatory. Okay. To a white person, yeah, I'm white. So what? But so that's what they call it because you're American.
I got you. It's like gringo or something.
Gringo, yeah, they do call you gringos, okay? Which is white, which is North American. Gringo is North American.
So it has more to do with the landmass, not the actual way that you think.
It depends.
Okay,
it really depends.
Have you been outside the country?
I come from a military family. Yes.
Okay. Have you dabbled with the locals?
No, sir.
Okay. In other words, the people you associate with, if you actually out there by yourself, you will actually find other Americans, no matter what color they are. 95% of what you think comes from your country. Okay, get outside the country, you'll find out real quick how American that you actually are. Real quick, won't take
Yeah.
that long.
Yeah,
It won't
exactly.
take that long. Okay, you go outside the country, don't speak the language, don't have the customs, you find out exactly how American you actually are.
Makes sense. I can
Real
see
quick.
that. I can
Yeah.
visualize that.
Yeah. You have to experience it though.
Yeah.
A tad bit, but not really though. Not
I
really.
remember
White people will come looking for you if you're American, okay? Because you're
Yes,
American.
exactly.
Really?
Yeah. So yes, you need to experience this. So when
Yeah.
I went to Japan as an adult, and I was with other Westerners, so
Yeah.
like the power structure is Japanese. Okay, so we're like, okay, Westerner, cool. Okay, do you agree with the same kind of ideas? Okay, we agree. We didn't care about race.
No.
We had to deal with the Japanese.
Yes.
So yeah, you merge real quick. For your
You
own
will quick.
survival.
Oh yeah. In other words, you're out there by yourself. You see somebody, see an American speaking English, American English. Thank God.
Thank
Hey, this
God.
sounds
It's the
Thank God.
crazy.
trippiest thing.
He said
It's the
we dropped the
trippiest
race.
thing.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, you got to go abroad.
It's a different
You
context.
really do. You
Okay.
really gotta go abroad,
Okay.
yeah.
Where do you live, man?
Because they
I'm in the South
powerful.
Bay.
No, no. Where you live?
I'm from Los Angeles, California. I stay in the
Okay.
South.
Okay. You in L.A., right? You
Yes,
black.
sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Go to someplace where they don't speak English. There's no English signs. Okay.
Okay.
And somebody walks in, whether they're white or black, that speaks English, that's American, you're gonna bond to them if you're there long enough. Okay.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah,
I'm in
not
there.
contesting it. It don't make sense.
I'm in there. I'm right near Inglewood. I'm like a mile and a half from the forum. Okay.
Yeah, I'm right there. I'm in Hawthorne.
You're
I'm in the
So
corner.
white.
in
What
Hawthorne.
about
Okay. Shout
so
out
what
to
about?
Hawthorne. I had a
I
good
got a
girlfriend in
question.
Hawthorne.
I got a question. What about if you don't if why would you find a UK Englishman? Is that even still equivalent to American?
No. They tell by the accent. Yeah. They have a different term for somebody. Depending on where you go, though. If you go
Yeah.
to Kenya, they can tell by your accent where you're from. Because they deal with a lot of English speakers. Okay. In fact, I was on a trip where you had black folks from Canada, from the United States, from the Caribbean, from the UK, and from the locals from Ghana. Right. Okay. 5 different forms of English. Okay. You can tell there's a difference. Okay. Okay, BGS House Group is the NY, New York. U.S. if Zohan Madani wins. I think you'd be better off if Madani wins. Madani's not a radical. Okay, Madani's not as radical as people think he is. Okay, that's why he probably will win. The Democratic Party's going to have a problem. Madani's talking about helping out poor people, so you'd probably be better off.
Yeah, I want to say this real quick. So when you're abroad and like you identify another American, all political like political correctness is out the door. You're just like you're communicating data like just back and forth with each other, trying to figure out how to network with each other real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
And you're like, potentially, are you an enemy? No. Okay, we're on the same page. Cool. Let's work together because like we don't have any power here. We have to figure things out.
Yeah.
And you do that by instinct. To this day, usually my best friends are all in Japan because they're the group of foreigners I was with there because I was with them and I was networking with them and I consider them ultimately my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Right? I don't need. I mean, I know they're aware that they have different races. I don't even care. I don't care at all. I care about who's married to who or like who has half Japanese kids or something like that. That's the important thing.
That happened really, really, really quickly. Okay. If you go abroad by yourself, not with the military.
Yeah.
Military. If you're in the military, you're actually attached to the military. Okay, that's where you do your socialization.
So if you're going down the street, right? Like let's say you're a civilian. And you're thinking like black this, black that. We're looking at you like you're not going to make it here that long. You're gonna be back at the airport, going back home pretty soon. So we know not to even network with those people because they don't know what they're talking about. Because you have to first network with us, because it's usually like for example, the non-Japanese versus the Japanese, because there's millions of them.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
No, I got a question, Theo. Did you ever went to Okinawa before? Okinawa, was it more? Because it's American military base over there. Which did you see more Americans over there, Okinawa?
Yeah, so yeah, of course. But I mean, I did a contract for military base there.
Okay, was it more easy enough over there? At ease over there than Japan. You got to
What do you mean ease?
At ease, like the networking, like with the it was more American. It's American military base. Majority American military bases over there. So.
You're not thinking. Okay, I'm fluent in Japanese, so when I'm in Japan, I'm integrating with the Japanese people. Of course, with the foreign population, but I'm also highly integrating with the Japanese people, right?
Yeah.
So I'm already making friends there. So if I'm an American military base, to me that was foreign territory. So I had to figure out how to act there to make sure I didn't do anything wrong, because I'm on my own country's territory, but my power center is Japan. It's not the United States.
In military life, you have to understand the military mind and life. It's not a civilian. Okay, it doesn't work the same way.
Right.
Even here, you go in the military base, it works differently. Okay.
Shop at the commissary. There's a whole ecosystem.
Even how they speak, how they carry themselves is different. Okay, because my brother's retired military, and even the whole town works differently. Okay, in a military town.
Right. So like they're using dollars on the base. I don't have dollars. I
Yeah, I heard about that. Like Taco Bell.
How to get dollars? Right. They had Taco Bell and things like that. But I'm not really concerned about that. So I'm outside of that, right? So you have to think about what my mentality is. So the American soldiers, their power center, their culture, everything was from the United States. It was like just extending Austin to Okinawa.
Right. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
a sense of normalcy.
If you get out, if you ever get out there unattached from your base, okay, you will learn what he's talking about. Because you have to integrate yourself into the society, because you're not part of the old society. It's a different process.
Would it be similar? Would it be similar to a fish being out of water?
It'd be similar to you actually going to a lily white family. Okay, you try to assimilate. Okay.
Oh man.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
And that's infinitely easier than actually going to a foreign country and doing it.
Now, outside that military base, did you integrate the Okinawans like that, or no? There wasn't. There was like keeping their distance, or like was they like they wasn't? Was they?
I didn't care.
Oh, he speaks Japanese. Once they hear you speaking fluent Japanese, they say, okay, he's one of us. Okay, that's why.
They're just more Japanese people. I'm looking for the girl with curves. That's it. I mean, I'm 26 years old looking for a hot babe.
That's the first test that Japanese will give you. Can you speak Japanese? Once they hear that you speak Japanese, oh, he's one of us. Okay.
Yeah, they're like, he's one of us.
He's one of us. Yeah, he's been socialized. Okay. There's a very dark Japanese girl, right? And she said, even though her parents were from the United States, she had a hard time integrating, okay, into the United States world because she's Japanese, okay, culturally. Yeah, she had to cosplay a black girl to fit in, okay.
Damn.
So like with my Japanese, there's a Tokyo dialect, and that's the official Japanese language, right?
Yeah.
But everybody in Tokyo speaks the Yokohama dialect. So I actually speak the Yokohama dialect, right? So when I was in Okinawa, I'm speaking Yokohama. It was called Yokohama Ben. I'm actually speaking like a real Tokyo,
a native. Like a native.
Yeah, like a native, right? So they're like, oh yeah, this, you're not from a book. You're like real Japanese. Okay. So they started treating me like a normal person. And that was just like, they didn't think that I was uneducated or like a barbarian.
Yeah.
So that's how That's how the real Japanese are viewed. Like, do we have to worry about you? Like, oh, like, no, don't worry, I'm okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you see a Japanese person in America, and no matter what they look like, if they speak fluent English, American English, you said, "Oh, okay, you want us."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's don't worry about it. I mean, it's
I mean, or at least we understand each other.
Well, the thing is, the culture, the language transmits culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what they go by. If you speak fluent Japanese, the culture comes with the fluent Japanese. Okay, it does.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
It's
You can't learn the language without learning the culture. It's almost impossible.
yeah, yeah.
And especially you get the slang and the dialect stuff like that. The culture will be transmitted with it.
You got a lot of other guys out there go out there and be like, no, fuck that. I gotta get a translator. We got to translate. I got the phone.
Yeah.
I got the phone.
Yeah. That doesn't work.
That doesn't work. No, that's not gonna work.
No. So you need to be able to do. You need to be able to do small play on the words.
Yeah.
And that's what I always did. I just did like little puns.
Yeah.
And did things that they weren't expecting, and then I get the girls laughing.
Yeah.
And if you get a Japanese people laughing for an extended period of time, you got that tape.
Yeah. It's because you're taking an American angle with the Japanese language.
Yeah.
It catches them off guard. Yeah.
There it is.
I got a question.
We go about another 30 minutes and we out of here.
So what happens if you approach a Japanese girl out there, but you speak Ebonics to them, like you would a black woman?
Hopefully she understands. She's not going to understand your language. She'll laugh.
Yeah, she can understand you. What are you talking about?
They'll know what I'm talking about. She do like the giggle behind her hand and been keep it moving.
Yeah, she will. She'll giggle. What would a black girl do if a Japanese guy came up to start speaking Japanese to her?
She gonna look at you weird.
No, I'm asking him.
Oh,
I'm asking him. What would she do?
She'll probably ask him. Where's the beauty supply store at?
No. If he's speaking Japanese,
she
what would
wouldn't
she do?
understand.
She would look at him funny. She nod her head and she walk away. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
No, the beauty supply store joke is supposed to be a joke. Though.
I know.
I understand what
I
you're
understand.
saying.
Well, I'm asking you a serious question now.
But they wouldn't understand. So
They wouldn't understand.
So you just don't speak try not to speak Ebonics.
Or you basically most
why
people.
would you speak Ebonics though? Why?
Because he's being funny. That's all.
Okay. Like what?
Yeah, I don't speak Ebonics. Now, one time when I was at work, my coworkers was trying to get me to approach a black girl. So I double dared them and said, you know what, I'll approach her, but however, I'm going to speak Ebonics to her.
Where are your parents from?
Oh, my parents are from here.
What
state?
I
was raised in the house by two parents.
What state?
Chicago, Illinois.
You speak Ebonics, sir.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't speak Ebonics. I only do it when I want to be sarcastic.
That means you can speak it, sir.
Yeah, I can speak it, but I don't choose to speak like every day.
Yeah, just because you don't choose to speak it doesn't mean that you can't speak it. You do speak it. Okay?
Yeah.
Hey, but I got a question for Theo that I think correlates with the
the way you said what? Yeah, it's Ebonics, sir.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Now I can't speak Ebonics like
no. You say yeah. That's Ebonics, sir. Yes is the proper term. White people don't say yeah.
Hey, but Ebonics is a recognized language.
No, okay. Ernie Smith used Ebonics so that she can actually get money as she teach black kids proper English.
But it's in the textbooks, BGS, for real.
Dude, I talked to the guy that invented the term.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
I'm telling you why it's not a recognized. Why he fought 20 years to get it recognized for a reason, not so that you can actually speak. You already spoke it. Okay. How can I get money to actually teach black kids standard English? Okay, you got to have some money. That's what he did it for. Go read his book, Dr. Ernie Smith, and Ebonics.
Yeah.
I interviewed the guy like 4 or 5 times.
When I was at grad school for linguistics, they were always trying to get Ebonics to be its own language for budgetary reasons.
Yes, that's why he did it.
Yeah.
He said why he did it. He actually said, okay, it's because a lot of a lot of black kids were taught by Southern parents, and they're using slang and using poor grammar. Okay, Ebonics is a way of using grammar. Okay, that's not standard. Okay, the thing is, the schools were not correcting their grammar because they didn't have the money. So he actually came up with the word Ebonics and proved it that it was actually a dialect of English, and got ESL money for it.
Right.
So they
Got
teach
ESL
black students as English as a second language.
money.
That's why he did it.
I know what year ago was this? Because I want to know.
When I heard him talk about it, he said he started doing that in like 1985. Okay.
I'm glad you. I was glad you said.
Hold on. Just go read about it, man. I've told you where to look. I told you what he said. I told you why he did it. And he this whole, if you put in Ernie Smith and Ebonics, he'll give you whole lectures about what he did and why he did it. Okay, whole lectures. Okay.
I'm glad you said. I'm glad you said.
One time. So what?
No,
I said
a clinical linguist. Oh, go ahead.
Just like Creole and Patois or basically languages, but they're dialects of languages. Okay.
Right. It says black dialects.
There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. But the thing is, you want to speak standard English, right? Just like this. This is Ebonics, right?
If that water wet, it's got gators in it.
That's Ebonics, okay? The southern Creole Ebonics, Louisiana Ebonics, okay?
You know, Ebonics to
Creole
me
people
sound
got
like
Ebonics.
KJV Bible. That's what that sounds like. People that read that and they speak that way.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Dude, I don't know why.
To you it does, but if you read it, it's not. Different language structure, okay?
But guess what? BGS. I'm glad you said that it came out 1995 because I was watching a documentary of how people spoke back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And Tupac, I was looking at Tupac documentary. He spoke the proper English. And
yes, he can.
Intellect.
Mother.
He's trained.
He was a classical.
His mother was a PhD, okay?
And I was like, man, he spoke proper English.
Yes.
And I also people.
Hold on, Chaos. Hold on, man. Calm down.
When people say, and when I hate people when say you talk white, look at the people back in the 80s and 90s. They spoke proper English back in the day. They spoke actually intellectual English. They didn't stutter, they didn't slang or nothing like that. So I understand why this ignorant, this stupid.
Okay, if you go to London, okay, you find like 5 different dialects, but it's called Receive Protocol, which is standard BBC English. Okay.
Receive Protocol.
Yes. If you listen to Adele talk her native dialect, okay, can't understand her half the time.
So she don't speak standard English.
No, she don't speak Receive Protocol. The way she uses her verbs and her nouns and stuff like that, okay, you can't understand them.
So it's not how we do it, subject predicate.
No. There's this actually there was this girl on TikTok, this white girl. She was born and raised in Nigeria, and she had the entire like Nigerian uncle accent. People like tripped out saying, "You're not really Nigerian. How dare you speak like this? This isn't." And she was like, "What are y'all talking about? Like, I grew up in Nigeria." So like all of that, it's not just a function of who you are, like who you are. It's a function of where you grew up, your culture, your acculturated, your accent and stuff like that.
Yeah,
people think it's
socialization.
Acculturation.
All language is socialization, okay? Even no matter where you go.
You said acculturation. Why you say acculturation?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Same thing.
Man, you borrowing it from somebody else. You picking it up.
No, that's how you learn anything. You learn anything from the people around you. If you learn how to cuss when you're a kid.
If you don't hear language by the time you're 4, you will never be able to speak it. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Remember that little wolf girl? That little girl who was like raised by wolves?
Raised by wolves, yeah. She never able to speak. because your mind will rewire itself. Okay.
Yeah, because I can even like speak multiple Ebonics languages. Not all Ebonics is the same. You got Chicago Ebonics, which is a Chicago accent. You got Californian Ebonics, Memphis Ebonics, New Orleans Ebonics. You know, which I could definitely do the New Orleans and Chicago Ebonics fluently.
It's a dialect, but things that Ernie Smith, okay, actually designated that to actually get money for it. Okay. In fact, we'll play a little bit of his. Okay.
The best Ebonics to me is either L.A. or the Bay. Probably the Bay.
L.A. is closer to standard American English. Yeah.
You just say LA got a slide to it. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Is a language peculiar to the verbal communications of many black Americans. In recent years, much controversy has stemmed from proponents who advocate its recognition and from conservatives who are dubious of its implications and consequences. Opponents of the concept of black English include such blacks as Benjamin Hooks, the executive head of the NAACP, and Carl Rowan, a noted syndicated columnist. Numerous white educators have expressed reservations as to the formalization of this concept. However, in recent controversial rulings, federal courts have upheld black English as a separate dialect in Michigan and in Florida. At a seminar sponsored in Washington, D.C. by the National Institute of Education, many language experts praised the ruling, believing that it might have the effect of reviving research in this field that they began in the 1960s, but never finished because of a turn in public sentiment. Much of the controversy has grown out of a misinterpretation of the court's rulings and out of ignorance of linguistic realities. In an attempt to clarify the issue, Professor Geneva Smitherman of Wayne State University, who testified in one of the cases, explained that the court did not rule that black English must be taught, but that the ruling ordered that teachers be sensitized to the language and understand its historical value so that they can better teach black students standard English, perhaps as a second language.
What did you just say?
As a second language.
As a second language. You're looking for money to actually have teachers teach standard English as a second language. That's what he did.
BGS, do you think they were lazy? Is that the reason why they couldn't pick up, or it wasn't spoken in the household? The acculturation thing.
It's not spoken in the household where you learn to actually speak.
So they wasn't reading in them households.
No. You can read the same thing, pronounce it differently. Okay, they read.
Yeah. Pronunciation. Okay, that's phonics though. You got to understand. Everybody don't know what you may know, good brother.
What? Why did I just show you this shit, man?
No. I was talking to the person that objected. BGS. Okay. When you had somebody kind of was like objecting, but
go to East Africa and have them speak to you. It's still English,
but they're gonna have their twist to it.
They're gonna have their the way they use verbs and not verbs, but how they use vowels. Okay, it's different. Okay. How they clip their THs and stuff like that. It's different. Okay? Still English. Okay, but it's a different dialect. Same thing with same thing with Ebonics. Ebonics actually we cut off vowels, we cut off endings and stuff like that. We switch consonants around, okay? That man went to the man he at the stove. Not the man is
BGS to me, that's not Ebonics, even though it is
that is Ebonics. That's Ebonics.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
But no. Hear what I'm saying. Like where I'm from, we never talked like that.
Where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm from Hawthorne.
Dude, you know where I am? You know where I am?
I do, but I'm just saying.
You know how long I've been here?
BGS,
California niggas actually speak proper English though. California accent.
It's because we went to school and they taught you that way. Okay? Most of your parents came from where? The South.
Okay. Go ahead.
You got people here that you can't tell that they're from California.
Go ahead.
Because they picked up where they speak from their parents. Okay.
You went to the origin. You good for the source. That's right.
I was one of those kids in the '60s that got taught standard English. Okay.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
I don't. And when I got back out in the 70s and 80s and went back to the standard black population, guess what they said? You speak white.
That's what I'm told when I go down.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because you don't speak Ebonics like they do. You don't speak the same dialect.
That's why I'm confused. So I've never been in a real environment where they actually spoke Ebonics.
You in Los Angeles, you surrounded by it. In Hawthorne, are you fucking kidding me? In Hawthorne, are you kidding me? Come on, man.
It don't sound like it.
It's because you don't recognize it, because it's normal to you. That's why.
Okay.
It don't sound like it. That's Ebonics, man.
I guess.
It is. The white people does the white person from Redondo Beach talk like you?
No.
He don't sound like you, does he?
No, he does not.
Different dialect. That's why.
Same words, different dialect.
Same words, different dialect. So he can understand you most of the time. Okay.
I'm using the same words out the English dictionary.
Yeah, but you don't pronounce it the same the way he does. Okay. It's more how you use the verbs. How do you use your slang? How do you use your vowels? It's different. Okay. Out. Okay. Okay.
Yep. My thing is think about rap. Think about rap in different countries. I mean, rap in different cities.
That's dope.
Like, you can rap certain words. You rap certain words. Rap differently in different dialects. That's why. Yeah. That's the main reason why.
Man, you got some hoods in Hawthorne, man. Don't get it twisted, okay?
For sure.
especially around all them goddamn apartment buildings, shit.
Tell them to go to the Doty projects.
Yes.
Yes. All bad.
Anyway, anybody else got anything else? We got about another 12 minutes. Okay.
We was kings and shit.
and shit.
Chill out there, boy. Chill out.
Yeah. Hey, boy. Better calm your ass down, boy.
Yeah, for sure. You better ass on now.
Back off.
You giving me childhood flashbacks.
I'm about to hit you. About to spank you, boy.
For sure.
Back off.
For sure.
But sit your back ass down, then.
Tell him sat his ass down.
Tell him sat his ass down. Yep.
Yeah, the picture is crystal clear now. Crystal clear.
Yeah. Anyway, what are you gonna say, Chaos?
I was saying he mentioned about the NWO, and I noticed a lot of people don't talk about it no more. Like they were prophesizing it for the last 20 years when I heard about it back in the 2000s.
I interviewed the guy. Okay, I'm telling you exactly where it came. He's telling you why he invented the term Ebonics. It wasn't a term used. Okay, it's called Black English or a Black dialect. Okay, it was not called that. He invented the term. Okay,
to teach black kids standard English.
So that the teachers would not chastise you about speaking that way and teach you the proper form of standard English. That's why he did it.
No, that's not what I was saying.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I was saying. I was saying about the New World Order. It's not talked about for over 20 years now. That's right.
Oh yeah, almost 40. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, it was longer than that. Cause I know that it was mentioned back in the 80s. So like,
yeah.
Matter of fact, they wrote books on this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How they want to establish it.
He's got a lot of books on, but the thing is, he had a hard time pushing that idea through. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe they will use a president just give hints. Say, well, you're ushering is one.
My thoughts were like with Ebonics or learning how to speak standard English. Once you became like proficient or fluent in the language, then you get creative with it and you start changing the vowels or the way you use verbs, and you use words to paint pictures the way you see fit. That's what I do.
Then you invented a whole new dialect. It's not standard anymore.
Okay, there it is.
Well,
like it would be poetry.
Poetry is not always standard. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And are you going to do it in the Shakespearean form? Or are you going to do it in the American English form? Okay. What form are you actually going to do it in? Okay. So different ways to do it.
I see your point.
That's why I call it dialects.
I see your point.
When it comes to like like reading out loud, like you want to read out to the class, you can't use like phonics to the college course level. Like,
Okay.
you can't read something.
You can read. People can understand it. But can you get on? Can you actually become a newscaster and speak that way? Okay.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll
That
do it.
too.
I think that's racist. Why you got to speak like a newscaster? Why you got to sound like that?
Because it's standard American English.
Yep.
They do it all over the world.
It's
Okay.
something most people can understand. That's why.
That's why there's a standardized
We
way.
talking about the sound, how the newscasters all sound.
Yes, there's a standard for a reason, sir.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy. I could read all the words that
I don't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Wow.
You think of as an individual? No, that's why it's standard for a reason. Okay.
That's why when I don't know they still do it for kids. That's why they make kids read out loud when they read books. They want them to read standard like American English.
Your pronunciation, your vowels, your projection is all standardized. If you want to go to Yale, they're going to change the way you speak. Okay.
Yep.
Wow. You change you speak.
Yes.
I never thought of it like this. Ever.
You have to think like that.
Ever.
It's their country.
Wow.
Good evening. Your time now is 10:52. I'm Jeanette Reyes. We told you at 7:52. I don't want to hold you. We told you at 8:52. Don't let me keep you. This just into our newsroom. You are not obligated to go to your place of residence as your final destination, but it certainly cannot be here.
That is standardized American English, and she
sounds
is
white.
Okay. Where does it come from?
I know. I'm being that guy, you guys. I get.
I don't know, man. But I don't know. But the thing is, you're sounding like the slow kid on the bus. Okay, that's what you sound like right about.
Advanced.
Huh?
No, I'm really advanced.
Well, you're not sounding like it right about now. Okay.
All right.
I just sound like a little asshole.
I sound like a what?
You sound. You might be the fastest kid on the track, but the thing is,
short bus.
Why are you behind everybody else? If you're the fastest kid, okay?
It's just something I never thought about. I like to break things down to get the full understanding of why it's that way. That's why.
Well, the thing is, this is not a seminar, okay? We can only do so much in a short period of time, okay? We can't answer every question that you have, okay?
No, I understand.
Anybody else want to get in before we go? I've showed you a whole bunch of shit, man, just in like 40 minutes, okay? A whole bunch of shit.
Well, I do want to attack the subject of I don't know if you have time for this, but this guy I was debating with on this channel, this young brother named I don't know if you heard of him, called Omizi, and I introduced Omizi.
Who is he?
He has a huge following. He talks about manosphere and red pill, talk about they're misguided people, and I had a disagreement day. I went up to his channel. He took his live down. I don't know why he did that, since
because you proved him wrong. That's why he took it down.
And yeah, but I knew I was going to a lion's den. But I introduced you to his channel. I said, "This is the brother, the elder." He said, "Who's your leader?" I was like, "This." I said, "We don't have leaders. We have generals." I said, "The person that introduced Kevin Samuels originally was BGS. He went to your channel. He said, "Well, I don't like the way you guys are harming, use of violence towards women." I said, "We don't promote that." I said, "You misguide, you guys like me, and you're being disingenuous here." I said, the reason why those women go to abuse because they go with Pookies and Ray Ray." Well, he cut me off. "Well, sir, you can't do that. You can't say that. That's not true." I was like, BGS. I was like, damn, you was this 3 days ago.
Send him to BGS for women. See if he has the same.
He took his live down, dude. I was trying to get you. I was trying to go hard. I was like,
he's trying to make money. You fucking with his money, okay?
Yeah. So people. So when he kicked me off, the Arab guy went up there because I said no other women does this, but black women that promote violence. So he said, "You mean to tell me you know Arab women better than me? You ever went to Muslim? You ever know a Muslim woman? Jay Lock, you ever?" I said, "No." I said, "But I know their culture. They do not promote trying to or one up their man or try to fight their man. That's out of the ordinary. I said when other cultures see women fighting their man, they step in to stop that because that's out of order. That's out of order. That is not the norm. That is not the norm. But when he was talking about the Sha'Carri Richardson, basically the Sha'Carri Richardson incident.
Okay.
And he was saying, like, I told him the reason why they didn't stop that brother Sha'Carri for attacking that man because they see it every day in the black community and they think that's normal and that's a problem.
Yeah.
He said I was projecting on black women that don't do this and that do that. He said, right, like, I was like, dude. So he was gaslighting the fuck out of me, BGS. I couldn't.
You're fucking with his money, man.
I couldn't. I was trying. I was trying to put up a good fight, but I could. I said, I gotta get BGS on this one.
You know, you're fucking with his money. He's trying to make money. You're messing with his money. He's not gonna have me up there.
In the words of Guys and Dolls, the award-winning play, "Sit down, you're rocking the boat."
Yes. Yeah. So that's probably why I never heard of him. He knows who I am.
He was like, I never heard of this guy.
He knows who I am.
BGS the boogeyman. What you talking about?
I am the boogeyman. He knows who I am.
He took that law down. I said, if you was so right, kicking my ass.
Yeah, he left it up.
He's doing your channel too. He was like, I said he can go up there and talk to him about anything. He's a pretty nice, genuine guy. Mm-hmm. He let you eat. I mean, if you want to debate him, he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna debate him."
Hell no.
After that live, he just took it down. I was like,
"Here's the thing." But you gotta understand.
Who's first?
Here's the thing. My thing is, niggas know about master teacher response. Okay, like it's not like a secret. So if you really want that, like that can happen for you. So like that's why people don't really play with him like that. Because master teacher response get on there. It's like, oh shit, I done fucked up.
Yeah. I'm more polite on this channel than I'm on the other one. Okay.
Because if you get put on that channel, it's like getting put on a t-shirt, man. It's not good.
Or maybe a milk carton.
You say he want to bring you up. He want to bring you up, BGS, because he know he gonna get that smoke from you.
What?
No, Omizi is. FD Signal Fire ain't been back. He was there. He was here once. I gave him like 3 books he had never heard of. He never came back.
Yeah, he came on your panel.
He did. I asked him. He gave me his breakdown. Okay. He said that we don't go outside. I said try your rhetoric at a barbershop. Okay. You're in Atlanta. Go to the barbershop and spill your spiel to them. See what happens.
Nope.
Okay. Who's gonna be the weirdo, me or you? And nothing to say.
Be able to do it.
And then he talked about a knowledge. Said, "Have you read Richard Reed's book of Men and Boys?" No, never heard of it. It's the bestseller amongst progressive liberals right now. You never read or even heard of it? Are you kidding?
Yeah, he won't. I don't think Gen Z. Excuse me, I ain't trying to insult the young generation, but this young generation don't read a applicable book. They said when they was on the chat, they was roasting me in the chat in this live. They said go touch grass. And I told them go read up a book. They stopped and been quiet. I said, yeah, you got to do that, don't you?
Because most kids under 30s have never read a whole book.
Yeah, they never do it. I read a whole book when I was in college. Last time was Frankenstein, and that Frankenstein book was not no ordinary book.
By Mary Shelley.
Yep, that was
okay.
That was an assignment I got to wrote that right down.
Yeah, I had my nephew read it. He was 12. Okay, by Mary Shelley.
And he gave us a trick question. He said he think what the monster was. He was like the scientist of the Frankenstein or the monster. And I was like, I can't. And it was like, and I think I answered. I think the monster didn't have no name. He's like, you correct. I said, so you mean tell me Frankenstein was never had a name? The monster?
No.
Oh, that was a
Frankenstein was the
scientist.
creation
Yep,
of
the
Dr.
scientist.
Frankenstein.
That blew my mind. That blew the fuck out of my mind.
And the real monster was the doctor, not the monster.
Yep, the doctor. Yeah, the doctor. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That was a trick question he gave me, my professor. I'll never forget that question.
And basically since the monster was outcast, he followed the doctor around.
Around, yep.
Yeah,
Around.
because you made me. You can't leave me.
He was trying to make friends. He accidentally killed the blind man too. He was trying to. He was trying, because
he's a child in a monster's body.
On his body, yep.
FD quoted that book after you left your panel. I'm sure he did. Also, this thing they call humiliation rituals. They got that shit from me. I talked about that with pop the balloon. Okay.
I send you the link though, BGS, because he got you. Because I was like, I don't think BGS. I don't think he gonna send BGS up there because he was like, oh, challenge. He was like, I'll debate anybody. Well, I mentioned your name. He was like, oh, I never heard of him. I was like, yeah, I'll talk to him. I'll debate him. Okay. And I was just like, I don't think. Well, you think he wouldn't let you go up there? You say you wouldn't let you go?
I don't know.
Nah, bro, you might as well have said Candyman 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times. That's probably so.
Creepers. How'd you get those peepers?
Yeah, most times they see me in the chat, they'll block me.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, what's up, Louis? We got about 10 minutes.
One for you always gotta keep in mind, gentlemen. You don't fuck with the chicks, and you don't fuck with the money.
Yeah, he was fucking with the money.
And think about it. You talk about it, and then they got. I mean, I was saying email of one particular person that tried to bump something. I'm gonna send an email. You might not be content copy or whatever, but I'm gonna send it just for fun, for your math teacher, just to break up. Is that fair with you?
We can barely hear you.
Yeah. Hear you good now? Is my volume good? Hello.
You sound like you do in the bathroom taking a crap, man. While you on okay. Hey, all that echo. Okay. Speak up a little bit. Yeah. Go ahead. A little bit more, man. A little bit more gain. Yeah, we got you. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I don't know why the gain's slow on this. It's the same mic. I was saying I had to send some for email of a particular content creator that was trying to debunk something. And a lot of people in the space already talked about it, but he brought some type of weak argument. So I was saying for fun to get this.
Okay. Ask him to actually produce his references. Okay. A lot of people pull shit out of their ass. Okay.
Listen, a big back chick posted on social media of this dude.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm saying to you now, BJ.
Like you should have quoted Subculture of Violence article clip that she clipped from the book. Okay.
What we really need is an internet writ of habeas corpus. That's what we really need. Because it's a lot of cap and it's a lot of just conjecture, a lot of, well, I feel like this is true. Well, I think because I may have seen it once on a story somewhere. I'm like, baby girl, we need, where's the body?
Yeah, well, basically, welcome to social media, right?
Yeah.
Well, can y'all hear me?
When nothing and everything is real, okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Louis, go ahead, Ed. Jump in.
No, I was just going to say, thing is, people be emailing me about battle. I don't battle rap. I just, just kind of debate people on certain stuff. Everything we say doesn't go past common sense. So a lot of times you got people that they're trying to get a bag off of social media, and they're so used to talking to the females. And as long as the females co-sign it because they feel good about it, in their mind it's true. So they think it's true because the women validate it. Not understanding that the women validating that magical narrative to make them feel good. So what they do is they get them a little following, and then they come in and start saying who they go debate, and they're not really debating a topic. They're more so debating. They're trying to have basically a battle rap where they're trying to debate a cult of personality, and they think because you're on your own platform This is why a lot of these fools don't like to go to other people's platforms. Because when they're on their platform, as long as their own people co-sign it, it's real. They can say 1 + 1 is 7, but as long as they people say, "Oh, you cook," like I'll give you a perfect example. Like right now, there's a thing going on TikTok right now with a guy that's pretty big. He was one of the soft guy era dudes that really made that the main dudes behind that, and he just had a kid. He had a daughter. Now he's living with this woman. This is a woman. He's been in a relationship. He's 24. He's been in a relationship on and off, high school shit, and he had a kid. And then I mean, technically they're not technically wrong, but he's getting mad because they're calling him a baby daddy.
Okay.
And he's saying that I'm a father. I'm not a. No, he is not married.
He's a baby daddy then. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what everybody tried. It's funny to people my age, like even Brandon Jamal, who is married, said, like, I feel old because you kind of are. And he's like, no, I'm an unwed father. And
that's a baby daddy. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they're literally trying to go back and forth. And I said, dude, I'm trying to defend you, but man, like real, because it's not even about that. Because he wants to do where he'll hit single mothers really hard, and so they're calling him like a single mother maker, even though
he is.
Yeah, so you can't deal with that. And I'm like, the thing you got to understand is even if you take away all the technical terms, which words you mean things, the thing that got me with him is when he said that his girl is a candidate for marriage. I was like, oh man, I can't help you no more. You think like a baby daddy.
Yeah,
that is literally something a baby, and I'm not mad at you. But the thing is, you got a TikTok bag. He got a good job, like a good. I don't know if he drives trucks or whatever. He's got a good job. On top of the TikTok money, girls, whatever. And the point is, so even if you get married, you kind of expose yourself financially with that. But dude, you kind of think like a baby daddy. My thing is, if you say you're candidate for marriage, why did you have a kid with her then? And he's like, man,
it wasn't his idea.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. With he's not driving that, but yeah, it's funny because they doing a whole bunch of like blowing up over TikTok over, and I'm like, yeah. I was defending them at first because the thing is they're trying to act like baby daddies are just as much of a problem as single mother, and that's you got people just trying to spin it as that, and that's where I'm like, no, that's bullshit, and y'all know that's bullshit. Like, stop acting like these dudes, black men, are making these women single mothers against their will. These women want to be single mothers. They want these babies. They control pregnancy. So don't try to flip it and then say that baby daddies are the real problem. Now you got the women coming out talking about, well, he got me pregnant. No, he didn't get you pregnant. You wanted to be pregnant. You just found a volunteer knowingly or unknowingly.
He got you pregnant. Well, why did you have the baby?
Yeah, and that's why I keep saying, with the purple pill guys, even though this guy is more in the middle, he's more rose pill than purple pill. But they kind of do more red pill rhetoric. Y'all got to stop virtue signaling. This is why I don't virtue signal, because when you virtue signal, you're putting yourself in a position to where you can get into these virtue traps. And because eventually you're gonna have kids, and you're gonna do something, and if you're not doing it the way you bash somebody or you hitting somebody else for it, yeah, they're gonna call you out on it, and that's kind of within the rules. But yeah, anyway. But my point is that battle rap shit, a lot of these people, they got these half-baked arguments that, the bitch validate because and they get money off of it. So,
yeah. Everybody's actually battling for the bag. Okay. Go ahead, Louis. You there, Louis? Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, opinion is Denzel Washington calls him. Denzel been choosing violence this week. I don't know if you heard some stuff he said about Jerry Jones, ESPN.
Oh, the thing is, he's trying to promote a movie right now, so he wants attention.
Yeah, they're like little monologues, but there's a reason why Denzel is always in the motivational circuit when it comes to like motivation behind some good soundtracks.
Yeah, but Denzel always has these opinions. It's just nobody listens.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like, oh my God, Denzel's choosing violence.
Denzel been a real nigga for a while.
Yeah, he's from New York.
Been a real nigga the whole time.
Yeah.
Like he was one of those OG people who was like, hey man, I ain't fuck with them Diddy parties. He said they got invited. I was there for like 5 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm like, all right, y'all be good.
Yeah.
He won't play him with that.
No.
Like you said, he's from New York. He probably like knew about his dad for a long time. If you really think about it.
The thing is, some people can get away with it because they're good enough and get away with it. He was good enough to not do that and still have a career. Some people can't. Some
Yeah,
people
you gotta
don't do it
remember
and drop off.
Yeah, you put Denzel in them. You say Denzel is in it, it's gonna do. I mean, you ain't got movie stars like that. No, even Brad Pitt with that F1 movie. I mean, obviously Brad Pitt is nowhere near as good of an actor as Denzel, but Brad Pitt is not just a fake either, right? He is a movie star. He's all right. When he did that F1 and that, how much money that F1 movie did? It did a lot of money and just busted it in.
A good actor is different from a movie star. Okay, movie star has charisma that draws people in.
Yeah, I think
Denzel is a movie star.
Yeah. Anyway, anybody
Well,
closing thoughts, folks?
Yeah, man. Stop worrying about what all these other. I mean, there's some good folks that say some good stuff. Yeah, pass them our way. There are some good people out there. Shout out to the Dumper. You know, 'cause I think his channel's good. He does a lot of field master work. That's why I like him. He gives me a lot of Ron Wills kind of vibe, but young in the field. But these dudes, they just trying to get a bag, especially in this economy.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, we already won. Okay. The thing is, they're trying to get in where they fit. We already won. Okay. They can't do anything about that.
Oh yeah, and speaking on that, like this is 2 seconds. Realize that a lot of this stuff, we're in the fuck around time. We're in the find out era. Meaning, all you got to do is tell them to go outside and see what's going on. I mean, we don't even got to argue it no more. Just say, go outside and tell me is outside and your own anecdotal evidence representing that. With stuff like app and stuff like that, this stuff is coming to a city near you.
It's all over the headlines, in your streams, in your newspapers. You can't avoid it. Okay, to say that you don't know is bullshit. Okay, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Okay, especially with this president in office, everybody knows. Okay, you can't hide that stuff. Now, Biden could hide that stuff. Nobody talked about it. This president, no, everybody knows. All right. Anybody else? Closing thoughts?
I'll say you are what you consume. If you give in the propaganda of this bull crap of virtual grifting, as Edward Anderson said, that's their fault. So we try to warn the manosphere. We try to warn people about what's right. So that's all I got to say.
The thing is, like I say, everybody's fucking around. Has fucked around. Now they're getting ready to find out. Okay.
Yeah.
Because even Obsidian said the table's there, right? It's already been built, and they're lined up behind the table. Okay, there's going to be more of them. It doesn't matter. That's why I was telling guys that in this cloud program, the bears will eat you. Okay, they're out. They're not in the cages. They will eat you if you fuck around. Okay, this economy will eat you alive if you let it. Okay, stop playing around. Stop bullshitting, okay? Stop bullshitting with these women. Basically, that's why I have a video called "Let Them Go." Okay, you want to be hard-headed? God bless you, baby. Go find your space if you can.
Go be good.
So that's why.
Go ahead.
So I'm from the South, right? Dating is extremely hard. Especially like for a redneck like me.
Yep.
So this is what I would do. I would like so what I would do. My sister is like 25. So I'm from Alabama. I'm from the South. So I will use my sister to pretend like we're like do pretend kisses and stuff because I'm from the South.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just use the sister as a pretend, until you get your a real girl. You just your sister do like practice kissing.
Your sister's your wing girl, okay?
Yeah, that right, buddy.
Okay. Real quick, anybody else? I don't know. He might be. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I'm not a troll, because I do want to go to Thailand too, So like like the lady boys, they just butter up their feet and they just
if that's what you like, we don't promote it here, but if that's what you like, man, go for it.
Yeah, like they jerk me off. They jerk me off with their feet.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah.
Going on out here now.
It's bro white supremacists. What was that? BGS? Who the fuck was that? Uncle Ruckus?
It was a troll. Yeah.
Who the fuck was that? Uncle Ruckus?
In other words, she's saying it for the algorithm so they can actually pick it up. Okay.
Yeah, you trying to get you tag or something, man?
Yeah, I know. That's why you had to remove it. So in other words, so they can actually point to it if we're, on YouTube and say you need to actually ban this
Yeah,
give
get rid
this
of
guy a strike. Yeah.
yeah, you know they changed the rules on the strikes now or losing page now. They give people a whole year now. I mean,
Give what?
it don't start till August. Like the rules now about moving channels now, they gonna give you a year now. If they have
Yeah. Basically, they got to give you a warning in 3 strikes, and because people will try to do this shit on purpose. But the thing is, what they're doing now is they're digging through your old stuff
yeah,
and trying to come up with something. So
yeah.
so
I mean,
short.
good luck to that. Good luck to that.
But the thing is, my stuff is not for kids, so it's kind of hard. Okay, so sexual talk is not banned. Okay, and he's trying to figure out what he can actually say to actually get, the algorithm actually ban me. That won't do it. Okay.
Don't wanna do it.
Nudity will, yes. So nudity, yeah, they'll do it. Okay.
But you see the problem. If he was gonna do that, he would have
And,
busted out the prize.
and talk about lady boys and homosexuality. That's not going to do it because they're a protected class. Okay.
Exactly.
That's not going to do it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And think about it, you don't see nothing bad about this group anyway. So people listen to this, they're gonna look at it and say, "Oh man, this man, BJ's a weirdo. He got these people that talk about this, that." I said, "Get the fuck out."
I mean, they can try, man. The thing is, and Ed can tell you, 'cause I think Ed is still here. Okay. Okay. The shit don't matter no more, man. The stuff we've already got the manosphere up and popular. It don't matter what you do to me no more. It's already done. Okay.
Matthew,
It's
you
already
fulfill
done.
the goal.
I feel to go. If I want to make money, my money should be on Patreon. It's not here. Okay. YouTube's not gonna let me go. I can make more money on Patreon than they actually can here.
Yeah, that dude was
Go ahead.
that dude was a clown, VGS.
I know.
I mean, damn. Like honestly, you gotta stop engaging with the rebel rouser. Like who is dude? Like dude got Uncle Ben with a Confederate flag. As soon as I seen that, I knew it was some bullshit.
He probably was.
Too,
So
I seen the pedophile too. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, okay.
As long as if he really wanted to do something, he would have said underage kids or something like that. The thing is, I said we don't endorse that shit, man. And you have a good night, which I'm supposed to do, right?
Yeah. And you just put them on the way and say, "Thank you."
Yeah, BGS.
Yes, sir.
Hello. I joined the chat to say that I sent you a direct link because earlier on you guys were talking about why there was a population, why there is a population decline or a demographic decline.
Yes.
If you have time, I think the actual podcast is really, really educational. It's based on it's a conversation between two people, a white man and a PhD white lady, and they literally break down why feminism is causing a mass decline in birth rates and demographics.
Okay, the thing is, feminism in itself is not causing it. Okay.
Okay.
What's causing it is same thing that Calhoun said. As you progress in infrastructure, right? The need for children actually starts to go away. Okay, mice don't care about feminism, right? What happened to the mice? The exact same pattern. It's organic. There's something in the organism that actually shuts it off. Okay.
Right.
Feminism is an effect, but it's not the cause of population decline.
All right. Okay. So the richer a population or a country or a culture becomes, the better the infrastructure becomes, and the less the need.
You don't need 9 kids to work a farm, okay? Because if you're on a farm, you need to survive, work to eat. You need hands, okay? So you need 9, 10 kids, okay? You can actually, even before feminism actually took hold, the fertility rate went from 8.5 or 9 to 3, okay? If you look at South Korea went from agricultural society in the 1960s to a advanced society in 2000s. Their population fertility rate went from like 7 all the way down to below 1. Okay.
Right.
Feminism is not a big thing in Korea. Okay. It has to do with the infrastructure. So we actually studied this stuff. Me and Namely studied this stuff over the past 8 years. Actually documented this stuff. That's the only positive fertility rate on the planet is on the continent of Africa. Why? No infrastructure. That's why.
Okay. May I add one more thing, please?
Go ahead.
Later on during the discussion, you guys spoke about dialects, and yeah, and I thought it was a interesting topic because it kind of links with the whole notion of class.
Oh, yes.
The whole notion of elitism,
yes.
Classism.
Right.
Classism. Yeah, it is completely true because me myself, well, I'm Black English or Black British.
Yeah, Black Brit. Yeah.
Yes. And
where are your origins from? Africa or the Caribbean?
Oh, originally from Angola in Africa. So that is Southwest Africa.
You wound up in Britain instead of Portugal. Interesting.
Yes, and the reason behind that is because back home, our parents were the upper class of the society, but then during the Civil War in the 90s, we had we were fortunate enough to migrate, because my parents were doing well, so so we managed to migrate to the UK, and then we've lived here ever since, really. The point I'm trying to get to is the fact that even now the group or the church group that I've joined, they are really well spoken. They hold themselves up to a high standard. For example, my church friends, they went to Oxford and Cambridge and they are really, and I always find myself in the back foot because I never got those opportunities, and it also tells within my speech, the way I talk. So at the moment, I'm trying to phase it out.
Okay.
I just thought I would say I do agree with your stance in terms of dialects. It makes a huge difference in terms of whether a person can speak standard English or not, and whether the culture or the group that you're within, if they are going to accept you based upon the way you speak.
The way you speak. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking about my life, man. So we call it code switching in America. Okay.
Yes.
One way you speak around one group, a different way around another group. Okay. Like when I go down south, I got a code switch back to Southern English, depending on the region, either Texas or Louisiana. Even Louisiana, there's a northern dialect and a southern dialect. That's different.
Okay.
Yep.
Same
thing in London. How many dialects in London? About 5. Depending on your area.
Yeah. Yes. There are quite a few.
Quite a few. And we won't talk about Welsh and Scottish and all these other kind of people that mix in. and Irish, and that all mix in with their dialects.
Yeah, yes, and especially if you're from the north, you know, say you're from Liverpool or Newcastle, their dialect is completely different, and
It's
it's proper
completely different.
weird.
Yeah.
You know,
Even
so
though you can understand each other, but the thing is, it sounds weird when
it
they speak.
does
Yeah, unless you're used to it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not just here, so people have to get used to it. It's even in Eastern Africa, right? The way a Tanzanian uses Swahili and the way Kenya uses Swahili is different. Slang is different. The way they pronounce the words are different. It's different. Okay, and to the trained ear, you can actually pick it up, and the way they use the words is different. So, yeah, so it's a human thing. It's not. No, it's not unusual. People think that people in the UK speak a standardized English. No, that's the BBC that does that. Okay.
Yes.
People on the ground, they don't speak that way. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, not at all. And in terms of your octane level, I know this topic is going back quite a few years now. It is completely true, you know, because I I'm 33. No, I'm 32 now. I was born in 1992. I didn't really understand class and the different
Really?
types of women
Oh, okay.
until my later years. And the reason behind that is because well, growing up in the UK, growing up in London,
Okay.
we grew up in the poor part of the up in the poor part of England,
Oh,
up in the
okay.
poor part of London. You know,
Until you get out of the area, out of the poor
exactly,
area, you don't understand the class because you're all the same. Yeah, same thing.
exactly,
That's why the ghetto is the ghetto, the projects are the projects. Until you start mixing, okay. Unless you're forced to mix, then you actually understand class.
exactly that. And I was fortunate enough to get out. I think I would say 5 years ago now, right? And that was due and that was due to my profession. You know, i.e., by some luck or miracle, I managed to land a government job
Okay.
as an apprentice. You know, and then my direct managers, they were well, they were upper middle class, you know, and white, but they literally had I didn't feel any type of racism or any type of resentment or hostility coming from them at all. You know what I mean? They
Yeah,
took
yeah.
oh gosh, I'm breaking down to my slang.
Yeah,
They took me in.
yeah, because UK never had slavery like the United States did, so it's a different experience. So
I guess so, yes.
yeah. Oh, much different. Okay, much different.
Yeah.
So you won't have the same kind of division.
Struggles.
Yeah, struggles and division. And plus, you guys are immigrants, so they treat you like an immigrant, a child of immigrants. So it's different. That's why I say you can't match. UK can't match their experience onto ours. It's different.
Yeah, no, I don't think we can.
Black America is backwards from everybody else's experience. Okay, completely. Yeah. To try to understand, people try to understand. So, okay, we're black. We act like them. No, it's not the same. It's not the same. You get over here, you find out. Oh, it's not the same. Okay, it's different. Okay, it's different. Drastically different. Okay, sometimes. Okay, there's crossover, but not as much as you think. Okay, I think the women take to it is because men are much more able to mix in different races and classes than women are, and women and black female Brits take offense to that. Is because the white standard is the ideal, and where a black Brit male can actually marry out and date out more freely than a female can, because she's not the preferred model of beauty, so it's harder for her. So they take the colorism shit from us that really doesn't apply to you guys and bring it back to the UK and say, okay, this is why the black male Brits are acting like this. That's so it's not the same. You know, they're trying to convince people that it's not the same as ours because of the internet. Because we look alike. Sometimes we even sound alike, but the thing is, it's not the same.
I agree. On it.
Last point.
Yep. Yes. In terms of the future, right? Do you think it will be best to go down the IT route, or do you think it would be best to go down the robotics, NVIDIA simulation type of pathway?
They're both connected. So, but the thing is, the quickest way is still WAF because it's easier. Okay, robotics, unless you got the schooling and background for it, it's gonna be harder. Okay. And what I would do, since I'm Angolan, I would actually start making contacts with the oil-rich Angolans. Okay, especially I would actually be in Portugal, where the rich Angolans actually are. Okay, learn Portuguese. You actually remember your Portuguese?
I'm afraid not. No. I've been too westernized.
Okay. Start brushing up on your Portuguese and start making contacts with your Angolan relatives again.
Okay.
Because that's where the money's going to flow. In fact, I think Angola owns like maybe 30% of Portugal right now. So that's where the money is. Okay. So and Brazil's part of the BRICS. Actually, brush up on your Portuguese and make connections. That's what I would do, on top of what you're doing with IT and that kind of stuff.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Because that's where your money's getting ready. That's where all your money is getting ready to go back to the continent. So that's where the wave is going. So ride the wave, especially since
thank you.
Were you actually born there or what?
I was born there. Yes, I was born in Luanda, the capital. But we migrated in '95 when I was 3 years old.
When it was a war. Okay, so basically, brush up on your Portuguese and start making connections. Okay, with the Angolans, especially not only in Portugal but also in Angola and also in Brazil, and make those connections. Okay, since you are native blood, and see where that goes. Okay, and start growing that connection.
Okay.
Along with whatever the skills you actually are developing, because if you have IT skills, they're actually going to need it. So, especially where you're from, there could be a way to actually start a business or start or bring in wealth, because there's a lot of oil wealth down in Angola. So
there is. Great, thank you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna step down now. Thank you.
All right, good people. We are out of here. Okay.
Appreciate you, BGS.
You gonna ask me what, Chaos? You always
it's about a scanning issue. I'm not sure what type of scanner you got. I got one of these scanners.
Which scanner?
What's it called? Citrix?
Caesar?
Yeah. I don't know if you got that?
I got two of them. Why? What's up?
Okay. Something short about saving and scanning, but that could offer.
Basically, the Caesar automatically, once you close out, Caesar will automatically save your scans into. I think it's either depending on which one. I said what?
Text data, Bob.
It will actually be in your documents under either Aura scans or Caesar scans. It depends on which scanner you have. Okay. And all of the scans it takes in picture form will be in there. Okay, you actually import them back into the software, or I would get something called what's it called? It's called ScanTailor. Okay, ScanTailor, ScanTailor. Okay, and import the pictures into ScanTailor. Okay, and ScanTailor will actually refine them for you and turn it into a PDF. There's a lot of ways you can do it. Okay, I don't know what kind of problems you're having.
No, because the book's very lengthy, so that's why I kind of took a break, because going through it and just saving wherever it is and continuing.
Yeah.
I think some will say somewhere. I did find it, but I don't know tomorrow if I continue on with it to see if I could save again and move the files, see if it could turn.
Okay. Basically, once you, even if you turn off the program, whatever that it is, whatever it has, scans will actually put it in a folder for you. So.
Yeah.
So it's either Caesar Docs or it's either Aura Docs. One of those two. It's actually in your documents section. Okay. In that folder. And so it's in there somewhere.
Yeah, I see the document.
Okay. All right.
It's my first time trying to scan a book now.
Okay.
Small stuff, but now I'm doing like a book. And it's very long, very long.
Well, that's why I use a Caesar
it's
scanner.
Not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's some. And one thing while I was talking and you guys were talking, I was able to find I could rescan the photo again, so it kind of saved work, so it's easier.
Yeah. All right, folks, let's get out of here.
Yes, sir. You have a good night now.
All right. Peace out.
Peace.
What can I say? Mamba out.